bucket getters. And in the end, Cleveland's squad, you've got to have somebody to get buckets. And Detroit's regular season was largely based on a good coach, a good plan, and they played super hard. In the playoffs, everybody plays hard.
This is The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Wow. Weekdays at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific.
This week's Awesome Athlete, presented by Service Electric. Allie Denzel, Southern Lehigh Girls Lacrosse. Allie scored 4 goals. And Adam Smith scored an 11-6 victory over Clock and Valley. And just 11 2-8 champions scored 8 goals this season. Tune in each Friday for the Service Electric Happy Hour as we announce the next Awesome Athlete, presented by Service Electric, the nation's first cable company, and your local internet provider. Call them at 610-659-9100 or go to SEC.com.
To IronPigs Baseball, presented by Ashland, the largest furniture store brand in North America. On Fox Sports Radio, 94.7 FM, 12:30 a.m. and streaming at ldfoxsports.com.
Wrapping up the Lehigh Valley IronPigs pregame show, Sam Jellick with you here from Cyan Sky broadcast booth. IronPigs and RailRiders almost ready for Game 5 of the 6-game set on a very drizzly, overcast, and, well, unexpectedly cold Saturday night here on May the 23rd. Haven't looked back at the record books to see if this is the coldest May 23rd on record, but something tells me we might be in the bottom 5 here as we approach first pitch. It is sitting at a balmy 48 degrees, feels closer to 40. And for those of you here in the ballpark who have braved it out and are actually in your seats as opposed to taking cover on the concourse, I commend you. But we will have a baseball game here tonight as we have a large enough window between now and about 11 o'clock that the rain should subside enough that we can get in tonight's ball game. IronPigs looking for a second straight win after they got a walk-off 10-inning victory last night. Jack recapping that for us in the pregame show. IronPigs now 22-27 on the season. RailRiders at 25-22. And again today, the RailRiders get the benefits of being able to throw out one of their top prospects, if not the top prospect, depending on who you ask. Elmer Rodriguez making his return after his major league debut with the Yankees, getting the first-time recall over the past 2 weeks. Got optioned earlier this week. He will go tonight for the RailRiders up against Chuck King on the mound for the Pigs, as King hoping to get a little bit more offensive support compared to what he has had to suffer through of late. So should be an enticing pitching matchup on that front. Let's get you the rest of the starting lineups brought to you by PSECU. PSECU, where members achieve more. For the RailRiders, a familiar starting 9. George Lombard Jr. will lead things off. He's going to play shortstop. Batting second, Yankiel Fernandez. He's the right fielder. Hitting third, Oswaldo Cabrera. He's at third base. Batting fourth, Seth Brown. He's going to be the first baseman. Tyler Hardman is going to be the DH. He was brought up from AA Somerset earlier today to make his AAA debut. Hardman has been with Somerset every season since 2022. Finally breaks through here today to AAA, added to the roster with Marco Luciano hitting the injured list yesterday. After Hardman will be Ernesto Martinez Jr. in left field hitting 6th. Ali Sanchez doing the catching hits 7th. Duke Ellis in center field bats 8th, and Jonathan Ornelas, the second baseman, bats 9th. With Elmer Rodriguez on the mound for Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Rodriguez 1-2 with a 1.38 ERA this season for Scranton Wilkes-Barre. 26 strikeouts in 26 innings with only 9 walks. Flip side of the lineup card for the IronPigs and manager Tank Adamson, it's Stuart Baroa in left field to lead off. Felix Reyes at first base hits second. Brian De La Cruz in right field hits third. Leover Peguero, he did exit yesterday's game early. Took a little bit of a knock on the knee when he was diving up the middle, but thankfully feeling all right today. He's in the starting lineup, batting fourth and playing second base. Hitting fifth, Carter Keyboom. He's at the hot corner. Christian Cairo, hero from last night, plays shortstop, hitting sixth. Dylan Carlson in center field back into the lineup, although he pinch ran in the 10th inning last night and scored the winning run. He's going to bat seventh and play center. Hitting eighth, Dylan Moore. He will DH, and Paul McIntosh does the catching for Chuck King on the mound for the Pigs here tonight. King 1-3 with a 5.32 ERA this season. For King, really, it's just been one poor start this year that has hampered his ERA when he allowed 6 runs over 2 innings to Buffalo. Other than that, he's allowed 2 runs or fewer in every one of his other outings, with tonight being start number 6. So in total, 1 bad start, 4 pretty solid outings. giving the Pigs a chance to win typically each and every time out. He had a 2-start week last week in Rochester that he pitched pretty well in, gave up a grand total of 4 runs, 3 earned over 9 innings, but took the loss in both games as Rochester shut out the Iron Pigs in each of his starts. Iron Pigs ended up getting shut out in 2 of those games that week, and unfortunately Chuck had the bad fortune, or actually in 3 of the games that week, and Chuck had the bad fortune of starting 2 of them. So tough luck for Chuck. Hopefully today a little bit smoother for him as he gets the ball for the Pigs against Elmer Rodriguez on the mound for the RailRiders. Iron Pigs at 22-27, looking for their first series win here in the month of May. The last series win that they had was when they took 5 of 6 from Durham, the final home series for them at the end of April. Now, Iron Pigs since then have had to play a couple of pretty good teams who are ahead of them in the standings. If you go up against some hot matchups, it becomes pretty tough. But, the Scranton Wilkes-Barre team certainly a formidable test, and the Pigs have played them well after the 2 blowout games to begin the series on Tuesday and Wednesday, 1-run games on Thursday and Friday night. I would expect more of the same here tonight. We're waiting for the Pigs to take the field here, and I hope this isn't a holding pattern with the rain still falling that they wait to see if they'll take the field or push it off just a little bit further here. Chuck King did go out to the bullpen, warmed up completely. Elmer Rodriguez also out to the bullpen for Scranton Wilkes-Barre, and now King up the dugout steps for the Iron Pigs, and we're going to get this ball game started. Despite the pretty good drizzle here in Allentown in the overcast skies, this rain should subside in about a half hour, and King out to the mound leads his teammates out there for Game 5 of the series. So with the Pigs taking the field, that means it's time for our national anthem, brought to you by Allied Personnel Services. Ready to step up to the plate with your job search? Hit a home run with the best jobs, best companies, and best pay in the Valley when you team up with Allied Personnel Services, the Lehigh Valley's hiring experts for over 40 years. Visit AlliedPS.com today to see all of the great jobs available. We'll go ahead, take one final break, and when we come back, it'll be time for first pitch. Iron Pigs and RailRiders, Game 5 is next here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Are listening to Iron Pigs Baseball on the Iron Pigs Radio Network.
And Burgess swings at the high drive. Going back to the track. The whole team. Yes, he wins it. It's Burgo wins.
Iron Pigs Baseball is brought to you by RailRiders, Devon, Capital Blue Cross, coca-cola, Sonic Sky Copiers. Truck Company.
Deep right center. He's launching. It's gone.
There's the tag. Insurance. Rich Baltimore.
Going fast, Reyes hustling.
Riverview Country Club. Insurance. Service Electric. Now, let's go live to the Cyan Sky broadcast booth with the voice of the Iron Pigs, Sam Jones.
On a cold, dreary, and drizzly Saturday night here at Coca-Cola Park in Allentown, Pennsylvania, it is time for Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs baseball. Hi, everybody. Sam Jelnick with you here from the Cyan Sky broadcast booth as the Iron Pigs and RailRiders play Game 5 of their series amidst, less than ideal conditions, but hopefully the rain should subside in about a half hour from now as the Iron Pigs send Chuck King to the mound looking for a series lead going into the finale prior to Memorial Day tomorrow. King gets the ball. He's 1-3 with a 5.32 ERA this season, matched up against Yankees top prospect Elmer Rodriguez, back from his first go-around up in the big leagues with the Yankees earlier this month. So Chuck gets the ball for the Pigs. This is how things will shake out defensively behind him to start things out. It's Stuart Baroa in left, Dylan Carlson in center field, Brian Daly Cruz in right, Carter Keebooms at third base, Christian Cairo at shortstop, Leover Piguero at second, Felix Reyes at first, and Paul McIntosh does the catching. King, 6'5", 215-pound righty on the mound, out of Texas Christian, signed as an undrafted free agent by the Phillies prior to the 2024 season. Makes his 6th start of the year for the Pigs, 1-3 with a 5.32 ERA thus far, 22 innings, 22 strikeouts, only 7 walks, but 24 hits. So only one of those hits has become a homer. So King finishes his warm-up tosses. RailRiders will send Lombard Jr., Fernandez, and Cabrera to the plate here in the first. RailRiders wearing the road grays here on Saturday night. IronPigs in their American 250 jerseys. They'll wear them 6 times total this season. Collaboration between the Pigs, Arts Quest, and Music Fest for a patriotic jersey in honor of America's 250th birthday this summer. Lombard into the box to lead things off for a 5th time here this week. Right-handed hitter against the righty king of the mound. Stretches with nobody on. The first pitch home is fouled away by Lombard into the seats down the right field side. And we're underway. A couple minutes late. 6:40 first pitch with game time temp 49 degrees and drizzly. Lights already on here with overcast skies up above us. Kings 0-1. Lombard takes. Fastball down and away. Lombard is one of the guys who has seen King a lot, actually, before. Only Lombard, Spencer Jones, and Kennedy Corona have faced King previously. Lombard in 9 at-bats, 3 for 9 against him. King, third base side, the stretch, pitch home, check swing, did he go? He did. Fastball down and in. Got him to chase. Home plate umpire Rule Moreno ringing him up. Umpires brought to you by Gross McGinley, attorneys at law. Gross McGinley has been providing trusted legal counsel to the greater Lehigh Valley for the past 50 years. Moreno behind the plate, Jared Duerson at first, and Trevor Daniger at third base. Back to a 3-man crew here tonight. 1-2. Curveball down and away. Lombard an easy take. So you can imagine with the less than ideal conditions here, most fans have taken refuge under the concourse early, which gives the place a bit of an eerie feel. 2-2 on Lombard. King delivers. Fastball up and away. McIntosh actually froze, thinking that he was about to throw that ball around the horn on a punch-out, and that might have been worth another look. That fastball might have clipped the outside corner and might have been a good spot for McIntosh to use a challenge. But he doesn't, so a full count on Lombard. 3-2, fastball, called strike 3. That time it is on the black, and Lombard is actually going to challenge him. That looked further on the edge than the previous pitch, and Lombard already looking back into his own dugout, being told that, yeah, that pitch got the edge. And upon review, it in fact did. So the RailRiders burned their first challenge of the game. Lombard down looking. And that's a weird instance where, because McIntosh didn't challenge the prior pitch, which would have been a strike, Lombard sees a pitch in nearly the same spot, assumes that that's not going to be a strike, challenges it, and loses. Kind of a little idiosyncrasy of the ABS system. First pitch slider to Yanquiel Fernandez is up and away to him. I don't think McIntosh could have envisioned or dreamt that something like that was going to happen, but certainly makes him look like he's playing 4D chess here. 1-0 pitch. Fernandez, big swing, ends up fouling it into the McIntosh. 1-1 Fernandez having himself a whale of a week. Homered for the 4th time this series last night. It's a game-tying shot in the 7th. Big left-handed power bat leads the RailRiders with 13 homers, driven in 34 runs, hitting .273 on the season. 1-1 pitch. Spiked the splitter way out in front of the plate, about 5 feet. Skips it to the backstop. 2-1 on Fernandez. Infield plays him to the pull side. Third baseman Keyboom way off the line. King kicks, delivers. Fernandez late, fouls it back. 95 that time from King with a fastball. He'll sit 94 with it. Use that 45% of the time. Changeup will use that about a quarter of the time. Ditto for the slider. And then the remaining about 10% taken up by the curveball and the sinker. 2-2 on Yankiel Fernandez. 1 out, top of the first. Base is empty, the 2-2. Fernandez golfs it high in the air behind home plate. McIntosh off of the mask, nearing the backstop onto the warning track. He makes the catch. Step in front of the protective netting. He puts it away. Fernandez a pop-up, and there's 2 outs here in the top of the first. Two outs and nobody on for Oswaldo Cabrera. First time this week he's not hitting in the cleanup spot, moving to the 3-hole today. Switch hitter batting left, seeing .217, 4 homers, 22 runs driven home. Two outs, base is clear. Top of the first, King looking for a 1-2-3 first. The pitch. Slider backdoors onto the outside corner. 0-1. King making sure he's being deliberate in between pitches here with still the drizzle, the mist falling on him. You want to make sure you're fully comfortable before going down the mound. Long red sleeves under his blue jersey. 0-1. Off the end of the bat, Cabrera bouncing ball down the third base side. That's foul. Off of the Pigs dugout. 0-2. Oh, 0-2 on Cabrera. King looking for a 1-2-3 first. Cabrera open stance, high navy blue socks, waves the natural green bat out King. Sidles up to the set. 0-2, swing and a miss. Got him with the splitter down. Cabrera down swinging, and it's a 1-2-3 start to the day for Chuck King. That's another Mates 1-2-3 inning for your cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs. Visit MatesHomeservice.com to book your appointment today. We go to the bottom of the first. It's the RailRiders nothing, and the Iron Pigs coming to bat here on the Pigs Radio Network. Presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Save up to 20% on supplies. No interest financing, no minimum purchase. Plus, explore your savings whether you're refreshing one space or your entire home. Now is the time to save big with these incredible holiday savings. Save up to 20% no interest financing. These tutorial ideas don't miss out. Have it now at Access.
To IronPigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. On Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 12:30 AM, and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
Bottom of the first, it's the RailRiders nothing, and the Iron Pigs coming to bat against Elmer Rodriguez on the mound for the RailRiders. First outing back for him since he's been optioned by the Yankees earlier this week. Gets the ball for Scranton. This is how the defense will take shape behind him. It's Ernesto Martinez Jr. in left, Duke Ellis in center, Yankiel Fernandez in right. Third baseman's Oswaldo Cabrera, George Lombard Jr. at the shortstop, Jonathan Ornelas at second base, Seth Brown at first, and Ali Sanchez does the catching for Elmer Rodriguez. 6'4", 177-pound righty. Steps into his windup. First pitch of the game is a fastball at 92, up and away to Stewart Baroa. Rodriguez will have a four-seam fastball, slider, curveball, and a split changeup. 1-0, fastball tailing up and away. Baroa thought about it, but he lays off. Ball 2. Rodriguez, a slender guy out in the mound. Looks, like he's still got some meat to fill in on the frame. 2-0, Baroa good swing, but he fouls it back up and over the netting. 2-1. It's a bit of a crossfire delivery from Rodriguez, so he hides the ball really well. You can see how much the ball takes off when it pops out of his hand. Got some good arm side run to it. You can imagine that combined with the changeup, it's good stuff. 2-1. Baroa another pop-up back behind the plate and out of play. 2-2. Rodriguez came into the year top 100 prospect consensus, Baseball America, MLB, and Baseball Prospectus. mostly hovering in the 60 to 80 range. Fourth-round pick, originally by the Boston Red Sox. 2021 out of high school in Puerto Rico. 2-2 on Baroa. Rodriguez the pitch, swing and a miss. There's that changeup, a firm one that time at 87. Baroa swings over top of it, and Rodriguez bounces back from first two pitches missing and puts away Baroa with the next three after him. One out, nobody on for Felix Reyes. Rodriguez starts the day with a 1.38 ERA for the RailRiders. 1-2. First pitch to Reyes is a slider at the knees, 0-1. 26 strikeouts, only 9 walks. Last time he pitched for the RailRiders was back on May the 10th in Worcester. 0-1. Slider down and away. Reyes lays off. 1-1. He went 4 2/3 that day. 1 run, 6 hits, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts. First base side of the rubber, 1-1 to Felix Reyes. Felix checks the swing, fastball up, appeal to first. Oh, he did not go. Kind of surprised by that from first base umpire Jared Dewerson. Thought Reyes might have broken the plane. Looking at the replay, Felix might have caught a break. So 2-1 on Reyes, hitting .343 with the IronPigs. Rodriguez deals, fastball running down and in. Ball 3, Felix popped 3 homers so far this week, 9 homers on the season, 22 driven home, OPS above 1,000 for the IronPigs. 3-1. Fastball just at the bottom of the zone. Scrapes the underside of the knees. Felix with a half step towards first will stay put in the box. Rodriguez, in his 5 outings for Scranton this season, has not allowed more than 1 earned run in all of those starts. 3-2. Reyes reaching for the slider, pops it up towards the RailRiders dugout, and it'll make it over, landing 3 rows back. Full count. Three and 2 on Felix Reyes. 1 out, bottom of the first. Base is empty, outfield deep on Felix. The payoff again. Swing and a miss. Fastball up and in. Reyes frustrated, slams the barrel of the bat down on the soft dirt around the plate. Back-to-back strikeouts for Elmer Rodriguez to begin the night. 2 outs and bases empty for Brian Daly Cruz. Rodriguez, his last outing, that was with the Yankees back on May the 17th. 4 1/3 innings. Struck out 1, walked 1. Breaking ball down and away to Brian Daly Cruz. 1-0 he started that day, gave up 5 hits, just the 1 run. Now has 3 major league outings under his belt. 1-0, fastball barely misses off the outside corner. 2-0 on Daly Cruz, hitting .234, 8 homers, driven in 31 runs. And like Felix Reyes, has 3 homers this week. 2-0 pitch, takes a sinker at the bottom of the zone. 2-1, 94 that time from Rodriguez. And at least just here in the first, it seems like he does such a good job of not leaving anything over the middle of the plate. 2-1 pitch. Daly Cruz, a weak tapper up the third base side. Going to squib just foul. 2-2. Even that pitch, which caught a little bit of the plate, was still only knee-high with good arm side run to it. So 2-2 on Daly Cruz. Rodriguez, chance to strike out the side here in the bottom of the first. Open stance from Daly Cruz. Rodriguez, the turn, the pitch. Daly Cruz, another tapper down the third base side. Goes foul again. Rodriguez rubs up the baseball out on the mounds. It looks like the drizzle might have finally stopped now. Fans still have their umbrellas up to be safe. The pitch home, Daly Cruz, a 3rd straight weak tapper down the third base side, played by Pigs manager Tank Adamson in the coach's box. Launches it skyward into the seats. Tank, the Pigs' new manager, with Anthony Contreras getting the call up to the big leagues last month. Still 2-2 on Daly Cruz. Pitch number 7 of the AB about to come, but instead Daly Cruz calls time and steps out. No score, bottom of the first. Rodriguez trying to match a 1-2-3 inning from Chuck King in the top half. Handling with Brian Daly Cruz, the 2-2 again. Curveball, this is outside. 3-2. Leover Piguero on deck. We get that far in the inning. Rodriguez kicks the leg high, payoff pitch. Fastball high, it's ball 4, and De La Cruz with a little nifty back pedal out of the box. Able to draw the walk here. First base run of the game, a 2-out walk to Brian De La Cruz. Brings up Leover Piguero, who left last night's game early after 2 plate appearances. He had walked and tripled, and after making a diving attempt on a ball up the middle, ended up hurting his knee a little bit. Precautionary, came out of the game, thankfully feeling okay, and back into the lineup here in this one. First pitch fastball from Rodriguez, just misses. It's up and away. 1 ball, no strikes. De La Cruz at first, 2 outs, bottom of the first. And Winfield plays back. Outfield pretty deep, honestly, for Piguero. 1-0. Curveball starts outside and stays there. Ball 2. Piguero with no homers in the season, and his triple last night constituted his first extra base hit that was not a double. He's got 16 doubles this year, now 1 triple and no homers. 2-0 pitch. Piguero, hard ground ball over to third, down to a knee. Cabrera able to pick it, goes the short way to second, force out De La Cruz, hand the inning over. Pigs get a 2-out walk, do nothing with it. We go to the second, scoreless after 1 here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
There you go. You're all set. Thanks.
Top of the second, scoreless after a first inning of play. Chuck King with a 1-2-3 first. Elmer Rodriguez pretty handily working around a 2-out walk. Seth Brown, Tyler Hardman, and Ernesto Martinez Jr. due up for the RailRiders here in the second. Brown with a couple of homers this week, hitting .239 on the season. 8 homers, driven in 17. It's still drizzling as we begin the second inning of play. King the stretch, nobody on base. First pitch slider. Brown a big swing. But he comes up empty. 0-1. Most of the fans who are sitting have either tarps or umbrellas up. Personally, I've always been more of an umbrella guy as opposed to wearing the poncho. 0-1. Change up, down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. It's more because I'm man enough to admit I am not coordinated enough to actually put on a poncho in a way that befits a normal member of society. 1-1. Fastball down and in. Ball 2. So it's best for me not to try to put on a poncho in public lest I be ridiculed. Now, umbrellas do have their own can of worms that you can get in trouble with. 2-1 pitch. Change up down the dirt. 3-1. Of course, if wind picks up a good deal trying to close the umbrella, you're at Mother Nature's mercy with that. 3-1 on Brown, beginning the top of the second. Infield plays the left-handed hitter to pull. 3-1. Gets under it. High fly ball. Left center field. Carlson in center. Looked like he didn't see it, but thankfully it's over towards Baroa more in left. Comes in towards the alley. Makes the catch. 1 out. Carlson getting a crash course early here on the Dusk and Light Monster at Coca-Cola Park around twilight time as we play just about 7 o'clock here on the East Coast. And then come up through the Cardinal system for a time in the Pacific Coast League. AAA Memphis now in the International League. First pitch home to Tyler Hardman. Fastball on the outside corner, 0-1. Carlson has never played here before at Coca-Cola Park, so learning the intricacies of, how to track the ball off the bat during some of those witching hours. It's a trial and error process, and hopefully the errors are minimal. 0-1 on Hardman, right-handed batter, swings the pitch, it's a ground ball, back of third, knocked down by Kieboom at the belt, bare hands it, throws low to first, and Reyes picks it, but he's called safe. Jared Dewerson says that Hardman beat it out. And looking at the replay, Dewerson got that wrong. He just got that flat wrong. It'll be an E5 on Kieboom, and there's not much more to say about that. He was out by a half step. So the call goes the RailRiders' way, and no argument from Reyes or anybody else out in the field. I think any semblance of kind of fire today. First pitch to Martinez. He's way late. Slider basically in the mitt of McIntosh. By the time he pulls the trigger, 0-1. Any semblance of fire, of any sort of buzz for this ball game, kind of sapped by the conditions under which it started today. So I think nobody really had the energy to muster up to try to do anything. Pitch home's a one-hop liner over to third. Kieboom picks it on the bounce. One-hop throw to second for 1. And Cairo the turn to first for a 5-6-3 twin killing. So Kieboom backs up the error and recovers on the very next play by turning 2 off of Ernesto Martinez. Nice job on the little broken bat flare. And the inning over. We go to the bottom of the second. Scoreless here on the Pigs Radio Network. Presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. Bottom of the second, it's the RailRiders and IronPigs scoreless after an inning and a half. Carter Kieboom, fresh off of a really nice play at third base, recovering from the error on prior play. We'll lead it off here in the second. An error that, probably shouldn't have happened, as the play at first was incorrectly called by Jared Dewerson, umpire. First pitch, sinker to Kieboom. It's down low. Looked pretty clearly that Hardman was out by a half step. Turns out the baseball gods were keeping a tally today. 1-0 sinker down low again. Ball 2, and they even the scales back up as the Pigs turn the rare 5-6-3 double play. The overshift on The left-handed hitting Martinez at the plate. 2-0 pitch. Keyboom grounds it foul. Third base side, 2-1. Keyboom fielded the ball about halfway towards second base. When he goes to throw to second, the shortstop Cairo turns out to be the closest one to the bag in order to turn that, with the second baseman here today being Leover Piguero, too far from the bag, way down the right field side. 2-1, Keyboom turns on a line drive and fouls it down the left field side. 2-2. And because of that, Cairo's the one to field the ball at second. He had to pick it on the hop and then got rid of it with a good throw to first after. So all in all, one of the niftier double plays that you'll see this season. 2-2 on Carter, hitting .298, 2 homers, driven in 12. Pitch home, it's a weak tapper down the third base side. It'll roll foul. So far, neither team with a hit. Pigs the walk in the first. RailRiders getting their first base runner on an error in the top of the inning. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Slider toned it down to 78, and Keyboom a little out in front. Rodriguez spins a good one. It's his third strikeout of the day. Now, Rodriguez, drafted by the Red Sox, one of the rare Red Sox-Yankees trades, which I say rare, but basically until about 2020-ish, they were almost entirely unheard of. But the past couple of years, the Red Sox and Yankees have become more frequent trade partners. First pitch home to Christian Cairo. The slider tags the outside corner 0-1. Think about the Alex Verdugo, Greg Weissert swap. Involved a couple of different guys. 0-1. Slider down and away. 1-1, but Rodriguez was just a one-up swap with Carlos Narvaez going to the Red Sox, and he's become a good catcher for them. You might remember him from his days with Scranton Wilkes-Barre. 1-1. Cairo off the hands, fouls it straight down at the plate. Foul ball. 1-2. Now Narvaez, who was kind of blocked at the upper levels of the minors, Yankees go ahead, deal him to Boston in exchange for Rodriguez, a relatively unproven talent, fourth-round pick out of high school. And once the Yankees got their hands on him, man, they turned him into a stud. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Changeup down and away. Cairo fooled. Elmer Rodriguez, for the second straight inning, starts out the frame with back-to-back strikeouts. Rodriguez in his first season last year with the Yankees. Baseball America's Yankees Minor League Player of the Year, 11-8 with a .258 ERA, 150 innings, struck out 176. Dylan Carlson bats, 2 outs, bases empty, no score. Bottom of the second, switch hitter batting left, and now Rodriguez into his wides. First pitch, fastball, a hair below the knees. 1 ball, no strikes. I think so far I have not seen Rodriguez really miss a spot. And even when he does miss, he's within the general realm of what he was trying to hit. 1-0 pitch, Carlson big swing, comes up empty. 1-1. Carlson out of the lineup last night, but pinch ran in the 10th for Brian De La Cruz and came in to score on Christian Cairo's game-winning hit. Rodriguez working quick down the hill, 1-1. Changeup, check swing, appeal to third. He held up. Dylan now hitting 157, 3 homers, and 10 RBIs. Those are his AAA numbers combined between here with the Pigs and with the Iowa Cubs. 2-1, slider down the dirt. 3 balls a strike, 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the second. Overcast, drizzly evening here in Allentown. We'll be playing again a nighttime game tomorrow night, 6:35 first pitch for Memorial Day. Infield plays Carlson to pull, crowds the plate, 3-1. Carlson swings, line drive down the right field side. That's going to hook foul. 3-2. Only base runner Rodriguez allowed was a 2-out walk to Brian De La Cruz in the first, trying to strike out the side here in the second. 3-2, swing and a miss. He does it. Good changeup. Down and away, Carlson way out in front. And Elmer Rodriguez with 5 punch-outs through just 2 innings. We go to the third, scoreless here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. Hello. Nice to meet you, Jeff. Welcome. Have a seat. What's your last name, Jeff? Stump. It's yours. Thank you, Jack. Like you said, top of the third, IronPigs and RailRiders scoreless for the first two, as it looks like the rain cloud's finally starting to break. I think the drizzle has finally stopped. Elmer Rodriguez and Chuck King, both with two scoreless up on the board here to begin. As we go to the third, King will have 7, 8, and 9 to up. As I'm joined by Jeff Stump here for the top of the third. Jeff, welcome.
Thank you, Sam.
So, what brings you up to the booth?
I won a MLB Winter Meetings auction through the IronPigs, and I got to throw out a first pitch, and we'd have the best seats in the house down there with RotoRooter, but it's a little wet, a little too wet right now. So.
First pitch from King to Ali Sanchez is in for a strike on one. Yeah, not gonna lie, your ability to pick a date could have gone better.
Very good, very true. Yes.
So, welcome.
Thank you.
Ever been on broadcast before?
Never have.
Is it everything you would have dreamed of?
It is. Definitely, yes.
0-1 from Chuck King to Ali Sanchez. Sinker
Good
on the
pitch,
outside
good pitch.
corner. 0-2. So you a Pigs fan?
I am.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm Philadelphia all the way. So
nice.
I love all the minor league teams and all the Philadelphia sports teams I love. So yes.
You live around here, close to Philly?
Actually, closer to I'm in Pine Grove. It's in Schuylkill County up there. I'm up there.
0-2, chopped out to short. Cairo charging gloves, throws in the run, and gets Sanchez by a couple of steps. One away here to begin the third. Yeah, no, I'm Philadelphia through and through, too. It's hard not to be.
Exactly. And it's been an exciting year with the Flyers making the playoffs again, and Sixers made the playoffs, too. So it was a good year so far.
Yeah, not too shabby. Obviously, somebody could come home with the championship.
That'd be nice, yes.
Wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
I feel like that's being greedy.
Maybe.
One out, nobody on for Duke Ellis.
Maybe the Phillies will surprise everyone and to do it this year.
Pitches outside to Duke, ball one. Yeah, I mean, the way the season has gone, I think they're back into a good spot where they got back to 500.
Yeah.
Yes, a couple losses put them back under.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it was, okay, how quickly can they right the ship?
Exactly. I felt bad for Sanchez last night.
Pitched to gem.
Exactly.
Ellis fouls off the 1-0, 1-1. So you come to a lot of Pigs games?
About 1 or 2 a year. Yeah.
That's fewer than me.
I bet. Yeah, I'm actually closer to Reading, so I get to a lot of Fight and Phil's games.
Love to hear it.
Yeah.
1-1 on Duke Ellis, hitting 8th for the RailRiders. Second straight start in center field. King from the stretch, nobody on base. Scoreless game, top of the third, 1 out, the 1-1 splitter. This is outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. So I want to make sure we fulfill every wish here. Is there anything you wanted to do on the broadcast? And there are a couple things you can't do, but for the most part, it's an open-ended book.
No, this is just pretty cool to be up here. You have a great view of the field from up here. It's great. I love baseball. That's my favorite sport, and it's just a wonderful thing.
2-1 is down and in. 3-1. Yeah, this is I get jaded being up here every day, but hey, it truly is best view in the house.
Yeah,
can't really beat it, even on a night like tonight.
Yeah.
Especially on a night like tonight.
You stay dry. Yeah.
3-1. Ellis takes fastball up and away, and King issues his first walk of the game. So second straight inning, and he's allowed a 1-out base runner. Error back in the second, a walk here in the third. Man at first, 1 out, and Jonathan Ornelas coming up next. So have you been to any Reading games this year?
Yes, I've been to just one. They played Somerset. It was 2 weeks ago, I think.
You got something for seeing the Yankees affiliates?
Yeah, I must, yes. We're going next Saturday to Reading.
Ooh, nice.
It's my wife's and my 70th anniversary.
Oh, congrats.
Thank you.
Pitch home is a strike. Runner takes off for second. The throw. They're not going to get Ellis there. Duke with another stolen base. He had 3 last night. Tack on another one here. One of the top totals in the International League. He's now 21 for 22 stealing bases.
It's pretty good.
Not too shabby.
And we're going to Philly tomorrow for the Phillies game.
Oh, nice. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I saw they're up 2-0 tonight right now.
Oh,
so
thank goodness.
yeah.
I'm always scared after they get shut out once. Will they ever score again?
Exactly. You never know with them. They're so
very streaky.
Yeah.
0-1. Ornelas takes a fastball right down the middle. 0-2. Is it 17 years?
17 years, yes.
Oh, well, congrats.
Thank you.
I mean, that's what I meant when I said if you got anything to do here, a shout out is in order.
Well, that's next Saturday.
Okay.
It's our anniversary. So
0-2 on Jonathan Ornelas, hitting .342, 3 homers, 16 RBIs. Pitches down and away. Ellis taking off for third. He's going to get there without a throw. As he stole that one straight on Chuck King, was breaking for third even before the pitch came home. And second straight game that Duke Ellis has multiple stolen bases. Infield comes in for the IronPigs, 1-2 on Jonathan Ornelas. Ellis increases his lead off third. Keyboom playing a couple steps off the line here. King a high set, 1-2, and a slow tapper towards third. Break for the plate. Ellis. Keyboom has it, throws home. It's high, and Ellis slides in safely under the tag. There'll be a fielder's choice and an RBI for Jonathan Ornelas as the RailRiders get on the board. Man, that baseball just hit just a little bit too softly, and Keyboom's throw just high enough to allow Ellis to slide in under the tag. And that's how the RailRiders get on the board first here, a run before they've even gotten a hit.
is Chuck King new to the organization, or has it been around a while?
So he has been around since the 2024 season.
Okay.
He is new to the IronPigs.
Okay. I'm not familiar with them. That's why I asked it.
Pitch home from King to George Lombard is on the inside corner 0-1. Yeah, Chuck actually has a really cool story. So he graduated from college. He finished up playing at TCU right around the COVID era, 2020, 2021.
Okay.
And was kind of disillusioned with baseball. It's a high-intensity environment playing down at TCU. A lot of expectations, College World Series, stuff like that. Yeah. Throw over to first. Runner was dancing, but he's back. And when he was done, he said, you know what, I think I'm content with my playing career being over. Okay. So he went and took a job as a pitching analyst with the San Diego Padres. And we have a couple pitching analysts here. Most of them are former players or played at a pretty high level. And King was doing that for the Padres for a couple of years. 0-1 to Lombard and swung on and missed 0-2. And because he was a former player at a very high level, he would pretty often throw with some of the active pitchers, just, keep them fresh if they needed a throwing partner or something like that. Yeah. And during one of those times, he was throwing with somebody and decided to see if he could still, uncork it a little bit. His catch partner comes over and is like, what are you doing? Like, why aren't you playing?
Okay.
So that planted the seed in Chuck's head of, you know what, maybe I should give this another go. And by that point, he had kind of come around to the idea, and they're going to call King on for a balk. Must have flinched, and that's going to give Ornelas second base. Tough break on Chuck, base running. Getting the pigs here, and you can see, Chuck came set initially at the belt and then came up. Just a weird idiosyncrasy for him there. But puts a runner at second, 0-2 on Lombard. And anyways, Chuck ended up, training for a couple of years at Driveline, had a pro day, and, about 4 years after his college career came to an end, 0-2, swing and a miss. Got him with a curveball. Third strikeout of the game for King. A couple years after his college career ended, he had a pro day. Philly saw it. Gave him a contract. Good. And even though he's, was, I say, on the older side, he's still now just 28 at AAA, which is
not bad. Yeah.
Kind of right back on track.
Yeah, good.
Runner at second, 2 outs. Yanquiel Fernandez, the batter, popped out to the catcher his first time up, and he stings this one on the line. Deep left, Baroa going back over the shoulder. He makes the catch. Great play by Stuart Baroa to end the inning. Well, Jeff Stump, thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Sam.
At the top of the third. We go to the last of the third. It's 1-0 Scranton here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Thank you to the local Flying Toyota dealers for being a proud sponsor of today's game. Toyota, let's go IronPigs! First coming up, title equipment for this, the Postgame. Let's see if my store sponsor. There we go. The team push the muscles. There we go. All right, we got some stuff. Number 28,
Go to the bottom of the third. It's 1-0 Scranton, who, without a benefit of a hit, is able to get the first run of the game. At the top of the third inning, 8-9-1 go up for the Pigs against Elmer Rodriguez, who has 5 strikeouts through 2 innings of work. First pitch is up and into Dylan Moore, and somehow he didn't get hit by it. Spins out of the box. Sinker at 92. Nearly got him on the front shoulder. 1-0 on Moore. Multi-hit game for him last night, taking his Pigs season average now to 241 through just about a week plus of action. 1-0. Sliders up and in on him. Ball 2. Two 2-0 on Dylan Moore, leading off the third against Elmer Rodriguez. Down the hill, the righty deals. Sinker just in. Ball 3. Rodriguez allowed just 1 base run, a walk to Brian Daly Cruz back in the first. 3-0. This is inside, ball 4. And that's a walk. We have some inside information. Say inside, but tonight, every Saturday night, IronPigs send out our dancing dirt dudes to do their weekly routine, typically sometime around the 4th or 5th inning. And they are, at the moment, practicing down towards the little ground shop that resides behind the visitors' dugout down the tunnel. First pitch to Paul McIntosh, just in off the plate. And Rodriguez has missed with 5 straight here to begin the bottom of the third. But it resides down towards the ground shop in the tunnel down the visitor side, a little bit the ways back. And a lot of players for the visiting team, same for the IronPigs on their own side, will take refuge in there during the game during bad conditions. 1-0, heater down and away to McIntosh, 6 straight. Out of the zone for Rodriguez here to begin the bottom of the third. And while Elmer Rodriguez is no different in that with the cold weather, the rain, the wind, in between innings has been, having himself down the tunnel to keep himself warmer. 2-0, spins breaking ball right down the middle, 2-1. And while he's doing that, there are the Dancing Dirt Dudes practicing for their routine coming up in full, what I can only call Saturday Night Fever, Phillies-esque uniforms, 2-1. Breaking ball snags the top of the zone, inside corner, had McIntosh turning away from it, 2-2. Which, if you're wondering why Elmer Rodriguez might have missed with his first 6 pitches here to begin the third, I can only imagine it was because he was so starstruck and perplexed by what in the world 5 grown men were doing in those uniforms. McIntosh fouls off the 2-2, slider back and out of play. There are always little idiosyncrasies and changes and stuff that makes you wonder differences between the majors and the minors, and that is one that I am not sure you can really account for. 2-2 on McIntosh, hitting .213 for the Pigs. Throw over to first, and Moore gets back, but the throw hit him on the hands as it caroms away towards the RailRiders dugout. Brown will recover it in time to hold Moore at first. They could hear Moore scream as he dove back in, and that is brutal luck. Because not only would that throw have gone all the way to the sidewall, but that throw didn't actually even skip in. It just straight up hit Moore on the forearm. So basically like he got hit by a pitch. Thankfully he's okay. He gets up, dusts himself off here. RailRiders lucky that that didn't turn into an error. Runner at first, nobody out. 1-0 Scranton, bottom 3, the 2-2, called strike 3. Fastball paints the outside corner. Rodriguez, some command issues to begin the inning, suddenly dials it back in and paints the outside flat. And I don't know what you're going to do with that if you're Paul McIntosh. That thing's 3 inches off the outside corner. Last moment, whoop, right back on the edge. 6 strikeouts for Elmer Rodriguez. 1 off of his season high, which was April 22nd against Rochester. First pitch breaking ball down and into Baroa. Checks his swing. And on the appeal out to second, he didn't go. And Baroa did his classic drop the bat at the plate. And third baseman Oswaldo Cabrera making fun of Baroa slamming his bat on the check swing to make sure that the umpire out there, Trevor Daniger, couldn't actually tell where he stopped the swing. It's almost like as a child when a parent catches you red-handed, 1-0, just down an in ball 2. You got your hand in the cookie jar, so you just drop the whole cookie jar to act like you never had it. That's what Stuart Baroa does with his check swings. I've never seen another player like it. Moore at first, 1 out, 2-0 pitch. Baroa, weak tapper up the first base side. That's foul. 2-1. 2-1 on Stuart Baroa. Moore at first. Infield plays the lefty to pull. 2-1. Baroa fouls it back. Got a piece. Catcher Sanchez. 2-2. 1 run, no hits, no errors for the RailRiders. No runs, no hits, and 1 error for the IronPigs. Only run coming on an RBI fielder's choice in the top of the 3rd. 2-2 on Baroa. Cabrera backs up off the third, baseman playing shortstop. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Left changeup up in the zone, but Baroa is still out in front. Another strikeout for Rodriguez. It is now 3 consecutive innings that Elmer Rodriguez, for the first 2 outs of the frame, has struck out 2 hitters. He's got 7, tying a season high. Runner at first, 2 outs. First pitch to Felix Reyes. Checks the swing on a slider away. Appeal to first. He held up. 1 ball on Reyes. Felix struck out his first time up. And it's amazing watching Rodriguez do this. His fastball isn't the loudest thing in the world, but man, his off-speed stuff, that changeup is... He's got great feel for that. 1-0 pitch. Slider misses badly down and away. Ball 2. Rodriguez can get the fastball sitting 96, topping out at 99. It's a little bit below that today. I'm sure in better weather, probably be closer to that. But with the current stuff, the heater sitting around 95-ish, 2-0. Fastball down and away to Reyes, ball 3. Rodriguez honestly gives me prime Aaron Nola kind of vibes. Can mix and match. Fastball's got the run. Great feel for the changeup. Now, Nola had the big curveball that he used. Rodriguez is more reliant on the slider. 3-0 pitch. Fastball down and away. Ball 4. And it misses. So, 3rd walk of the game issued by Rodriguez. And 2nd here in the inning. For the first time tonight, the IronPigs have 2 on. With 2 outs, Ryan De La Cruz is coming to the plate. De La Cruz was the first walk that Rodriguez issued tonight. That was on full count back in the 1st. 1-0 RailRiders, bottom of the 3rd. First pitch to De La Cruz. Fastball is overcooked, down and away. Ali Sanchez sensing Rodriguez fighting things a little. Calls time, goes out to the mound here. Rodriguez with the 7 strikeouts, but the 3 walks, even with no hits, he's about to throw his 60th pitch of the game. So it's not the most efficient thing in the world. Should still probably be able to carve out 5 innings. De La Cruz trying to get to him here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd. Nearly an identical situation to what the Pigs had last night against Carlos the Granje. Hitless through the first 2 innings. De La Cruz capped off a 2-out rally with a 3-run homer. Can you do it again against another Yankees top prospect? 1-0 pitch. Fastball is on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. De La Cruz with homers in 3 consecutive games. The first time he's done that since 2024 when he was in the big leagues with the Marlins. Moore at second, Reyes at first. 1-1. Fastball below the zone. Rodriguez reaching back for 96 that time. Ball 2. Wind blowing out towards the left field corner. Outfield deep, infield straight up. 2-0. Rodriguez misses down dirt. 3 balls, no strikes. And it's interesting seeing Rodriguez going from being able to shave an edge to struggling against himself with command here in the inning. Pigs have only put 1 ball in play off of Rodriguez here in the first 3 frames. 3-0 on De La Cruz, 2 on, 2 outs, and 3-0 finds a spot on the inside corner. 3-1. The over Piguero, the ground out to 3rd, ending the 1st, was the only ball in play so far. 3 walks, 7 strikeouts, 1 ground out. 2 on, 2 outs, 3-2 on De La Cruz. The payoff, runners go, swing and a miss. Got him with the fastball. Right there at the knees, De La Cruz swings through it, and Elmer Rodriguez with 8 strikeouts here through 3 innings. We go to the 4th, 1-0 RailRiders here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. Top of the 4th, time for the RAV4th inning, brought to you by Toyota. Check out Toyota.com and visit your local Tri-State Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go Pigs. Chuck King back to work. RailRiders the 1-0 lead as both teams without a hit here through the first 3 innings. RailRiders a run in the 3rd, a walk, 2 stolen bases, and a fielder's choice. Oswaldo Cabrera leading it off, switch hitter batting left. First pitch is a slider. At the knees, 0-1. IronPigs 3 scoreless innings against Elmer Rodriguez today. And while that has unfortunately continued a tough trend for Chuck King out in the mound. Pitch home, Cabrera tries to bunt, and he fouls it off to the backstop, 0-2. King, last week in Rochester, lost both of his starts, but there's literally nothing he could have done to win them. IronPigs were shut out on both Tuesday and Sunday. IronPigs have not scored a run during a game in which King pitched since back on May the 6th against Buffalo. 0-2. Cabrera sends it screaming to the backstop. Foul ball. And even on that night, King only lasted 2 innings. The IronPigs didn't score in that game until the 6th when they scored their only run of the game, going on to lose 11-1. 0-2 pitch. Change up down the dirt. 1-2. The last time the IronPigs scored while Chuck King was actively pitching in the game was April 30th, Game 2 of a doubleheader against Syracuse. Almost a full month ago. 1-2 pitch. Change up again. Down dirt. Cabrera not enticed. 2-2. And even the Pigs scoring with King still in the game that day was by the skin of their teeth. He had completed 5 innings, had allowed just 2 runs, but in the top of the 6th, the Pigs were down 2-0. They ended up scoring 3 runs to take 2 runs to tie the game. In the top of the 6th, 2-2. Cabrera sprays it foul on a line, third base side off the Sweets. And King got replaced when the game went to the bottom of the 6th. It was pretty apparent that he was going to be done after 5 innings anyways. So it's not even like he was truly in the game at that point, but it did get him off the hook. In his first start, the Pigs scored 5 runs for him in a 5-3 win, and King about to throw home, and a pitch clock violation is called on him. Unable to get the pitch off in time, and King, who has kind of struggled with some of the small details here the past 2 innings, pitch clock violation and a balk last inning. The minutia getting to him. Runs the count full on Cabrera from 0-2 to 3-2. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Went to the slider. Cabrera swings through it. Second time today that King has struck him out. 1 gone here to begin the top of the 4th. Overall, in King's 5 outings, the IronPigs, if you count the entire games, have scored a grand total of 9 runs in games Chuck King has appeared in. Including today, being the 6th game, that's a run and a half per game. First pitch is up and away to Seth Brown, 1-0. Brown flied out to left field his first time up. Rain has finally ended today. 1-0, late on the heater. Swings and misses. 1-1. It's become dry out in the field. Still not the ideal temperature in which to be playing baseball in late May. It's 49 degrees with some wind. King, long red sleeves under his jersey, deals home to Brown. Trying to carve the outside corner. Fastball can't get the call. Two and 1 on Seth Brown. 1-0 RailRiders, top of the 4th. Pitch home, swings through a slider. 2-2. Two and 2 on Seth Brown as King looks for back-to-back strikeouts here to begin the 4th. Third base side of the mound. Sidles up to the set. 2-2. Just off the outside corner. Slider miss, but the catcher McIntosh is going to challenge it. First challenge of the day for the Pigs. And upon review, call in the field is confirmed. It was actually a little bit low. Missed the bottom of the zone by an inch. Second straight full count by Chuck King here to begin the 4th. Punched out Cabrera, trying to punch out Brown. The 3-2, and Brown hits it on a line, right center field on the run. Carlson, and he's not going to get there. Can't cut it off. He knocks it down, picks it up with a bare hand, and into second is Brown with a double. Thought that Carlson might lay out for that. He ended up just reaching for it. I think was concerned with being able to knock it down. So it looked like it was going to skip by him, but he just got enough of it on the way by that it basically stopped the baseball. Kind of hit off the center of his stomach. First hit of the day for the RailRiders. First hit of the day for anybody. It's a man in scoring position, 1 out. And Tyler Hardman, who reached on an error his first time up, takes his hacks. Hardman brought up from AA Somerset earlier today. First taste of AAA. Right-handed hitter, square stance, first pitch. Hits a flare down the right field side. De La Cruz, long run, not going to get there. Lands inside the chalk and bungles up against the sidewall. And it looks like it got up and out of play. And Hardman will end up at second as the ball is called dead. Coming in to score is Brown. Tyler Hardman with his first AAA hit has an RBI double. It's 2-0 RailRiders here in the fourth. Back-to-back doubles for Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Hardman with his first AAA hit. He was scalding the baseball with Somerset. He had 13 homers, had already driven in 40 runs in just 42 games. He's hitting 300 on the dot with a 985 OPS. It's a hit and an RBI here. 2-0 Scranton in the fourth, which feels like a ginormous mountain to climb with Elmer Rodriguez dealing for Scranton. Founders Ernesto Martinez Jr. broke his bat on a double play ball his first time up. Big left-handed hitter before the first pitch. King reminded, got to make eye contact with the hitter. Martinez from the left side, Hardman leading from second. King will look at him. Now the pitch home. Martinez golfs it high in the air, deep center field. Carlson tracing back. Now the wind knocking it down and having it slice back towards left. And Baroa will be the one to make the catch. Second out of the inning. Man, the wind kicking up all of a sudden in from center. Killed that baseball and sent it spiraling back towards Baroa, waiting in left center to make the catch. See the way Carlson jumped at that. He took 2 or 3 steps back, and that was honestly my reaction with Martinez's swing as well. 2 outs. A man at second, Ali Sanchez grounded out to shortstop. His first time up. 2-0 RailRiders, top of the fourth. First pitch from King. Off the hands, a weak roller back to the mound. King bends down, picks it up, runs it over to first. Underhand flip for Tyler Sanchez, and the inning is over. But the RailRiders get their first hits. Back-to-back doubles, played a run. We go bottom 4. It's 2-0 Scranton here in the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Find unbeatable savings on the season's hottest styles during Ashley's Memorial Day event. Save up to 20% on Ashley Furniture. Or take advantage of 60 months no-interest financing, no minimum purchase. Ready for better sleep? Enjoy free upgrades, less These limited time promotions won't last. So now's the moment to upgrade your home in a big way. Shop today at Ashley.
This is the Jason Smith Show.
Check this out.
With Blake Harmon.
You look back at the Lakers, winning the title in 2020, and they take a bunch of different moves, and it doesn't work out. Really, I don't know that the Lakers are over losing Alex Caruso. Caruso, since he's come to Oklahoma City, turned into an all-defensive player in the NBA, still a guy that can score 15 off the bench. He fills so many holes, and these are guys that are so incredibly valuable. But you think, well, how much can we spend on a guy like this? Where are you at? But a team like Oklahoma City, where you don't have to rely on him to play 35 minutes a night, because a worse team is going to say, hey, Caruso's good enough, he's going to start for us. But when you can come off the bench and get the matchups you want, he looks like an all-star. Now, the Lakers may not be losing Caruso. It's just crazy.
You're listening to Jason Smith. Blake Harmon. Nights at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific on Fox Sports Radio.
Presented by Answer, the largest furniture store brand in North America. On Fox Sports Radio, 94.7 FM, 12:30 a.m. and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
Bottom of the fourth, the RAV fourth inning drives along here, brought to you by Toyota. Check out Toyota.com and visit your local Tri-State Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go Pigs. 2-0 RailRiders now. RBI double for Tyler Hardman, doubling the RailRiders lead. Scranton getting the first hits of the game. Pigs still hitless against Elmer Rodriguez. Only have 1 ball in play against him. It was by the guy coming to the plate, Leover Piguero, here to begin the fourth. Piguero grounding out to third base to end the first. Rodriguez has walked 3, struck out 8, a new season high for him. First pitch to the righty hitting Piguero. Breaking ball up and in. Bends him back out of the box. Pigs down 2. Bottom of the 4th, trying to get the offense going. 1-0. Piguero bouncing ball up the middle. It's going to sneak into center for a base hit. Out of the reach of Lombard at short. It's just a couple steps too far towards the hole on the left side. And Leo Piguero, the only one evidently who can see the ball out of the hands of Elmer Rodriguez. Another ball in play gets the Pigs' first hit. Brings up Carter Keyboom, who struck out his first time up. Piguero at first. It's a pretty aggressive lead here. Rodriguez set, short leg kick, pitch home, Keyboom, a ground ball left side, off the glove of the third baseman Cabrera, backed up by Lombard. His throw to first, though, is off the first baseman Brown, deflects up the first base line. Piguero will go to third, and the Pigs in business. First and third, nobody out. It looked like that ball on its way to Lombard at short. Cabrera got a piece of it, and it'll be a base hit, and should be an ensuing error on Lombard, allowing Piguero to go to third base. Back-to-back hits for the Pigs. Here to begin the 4th. Couple of ground balls with eyes. And at the corners, nobody out for Christian Cairo. Struck out his first time up. First pitch from Rodriguez. Rears back and fires 94 just off the outside black. Cairo hitting .273, 2 homers, driven in 18. Middle infield is back, 1-0 coming. Slider weaves off the plate. Ball 2. Two 2-0 Scranton. Bottom of the 4th. Pigs' first 2 hits of the day. 2-0. Fastball knives onto the outside black. 2-1. RailRiders going to start getting somebody up in the bullpen with Rodriguez now at 70 pitches. First and third, nobody out. 2-1 coming. Sinker runs in under the arms of Cairo. Three and 1 on Christian Cairo. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Rodriguez deals, fastball off the plate. Cairo lays off, it's ball 4. Always a good eye for Cairo, his team leading 38th walk of the season. Pigs have loaded them up here to begin the 4th inning, and a mound visit probably in the offing. But for now, Spencer Medic, the pitching coach of the RailRiders, has stayed put. They will let Rodriguez figure this out on his own. Batter's Dylan Carlson, switch hitter batting left, punched out his first time up. Infield swings around to the right side. Rodriguez the wind with the bases full. First pitch, fastball up and in. Bends Carlson back a little. Ball 1. Actually going to be challenged by Rodriguez. I'm pretty sure I heard Raul Moreno say the pitcher is challenging this. And upon review, the call is confirmed. It's the second challenge lost by the RailRiders, and they'll be without a challenge the rest of the night. And yet, it was Rodriguez who asked for that challenge. In the heat of the moment, that's why they tend to say pitchers should not be challenging. Rodriguez gets it wrong. Scranton out to challenges the rest of the night. 1-0 on Carlson. Bases juiced. Pigs down 2. Bottom of the 4th. 1-0 pitch. Big curveball down and in the dirt. Carlson not tempted. Rodriguez with a lot of pitches today. Now at 74 here in the bottom of the 4th. He's been able to work back from some hitters' counts. 2-0 pitch. Down and in, and Carlson jackknifing and stumbling out of the way. Ends up dancing across the plate. So Rodriguez misses. 3 balls and no strikes. A righty now throwing out in the RailRiders bullpen. It's like Zach Messenger. 3-0 coming right down the middle. I wouldn't have hated a green light for Carlson there. But you move on after that. Infield, except for Cabrera at third, is back. 2-0 RailRiders, bottom of the fourth. 3-1 pitch to Carlson. Inside ball 4. Rodriguez walks in a run. First run of the game for the Pigs comes on a bases-loaded walk to Dylan Carlson. It's 2-1 Scranton here in the bottom of the fourth. And now out to the mound goes the pitching coach for the RailRiders, Spencer Medic. Fourth walk of the game issued by Rodriguez. Fifth, beg your pardon. The 5 walks ties the season high, which he hasn't done since he was at High A last year. With the Hudson Valley Renegades, he walked 5 on May the 17th, nearly exactly a year ago against the Aberdeen Ironbirds. Coming into tonight, he hadn't walked more than 2 in any one outing. Bases loaded, still nobody out. A run in for the Pigs after the mound visit. Dylan Moore's the batter. First pitch. Rodriguez yanks a fastball outside. 1-0 on Moore. 2 hits last night. Walked, leading off the third, his only plate appearance of the day. 1-0 coming. Heater, just below the knees. Moore able to lay off with a discerning eye. Jumps ahead in the count. 2-0. Keyboom at third, Cairo at second, Carlson at first. 2-0 pitch, breaking ball way outside in a left-handed batter's box. That is a curious pitch selection by Rodriguez there. If he's not comfortable with the fastball, if he just thought, I don't want to breeze it into Moore, tried to guide the curveball, and he missed by a mile. Fell behind on Carlson, 3-0, now 3-0 on Moore. Nowhere to put him. Bases full, the pitch. Outside ball 4, he's walked in another. It's a career-high 6 walks for Elmer Rodriguez-Cruz, and the Pigs have tied the game at 2 here in the bottom of the fourth. And there's still nobody out. 2 singles began the frame. Walk, walk, walk is forced in a pair, and that's going to do it for Elmer Rodriguez. In one of the weirdest outings I have ever seen, he strikes out 8 in 3+ innings, allows just 3 balls in play, walks 6, gives up 2 runs, and is responsible for everybody still on the bases. We've got a pitching change. Shelly Duncan out to the mound, takes the baseball from him. We'll go ahead, take a break, be back with a new arm on the mound in 60 seconds here at the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Basically, get out of here.
The Dan Patrick Show.
How does NBC Football Night in America cover that? You do something chronologically about Super Bowl, everything that's happened. Hopefully nothing else happens if you're a Patriots fan or Mike Vrabel. I don't know.
See something new every day, right?
Super Bowl rematch.
Yeah, just how you draw it up.
Yep.
Yes, exactly.
Always is.
Continuing the theme.
Could have looked at maybe a little better matchup there, but you're going to get eyes on this game anyway because it's the first game of the regular season. Now you throw in the Mike Vrabel element here. That might be more interesting than the Super Bowl rematch because I didn't like the Super Bowl. Therefore, I'm not that interested in a Super Bowl rematch here. But give Seattle a chance. They want to raise the banner.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Dan and the Danettes and you.
Weekdays 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific on Fox Sports Radio.
You're listening to the IronPigs Radio Network.
Still in the bottom of the fourth, the IronPigs have bounced Elmer Rodriguez from this ball game as Zach Messenger comes in out of the bullpen on this Lehigh Valley chimney specialist pitching change, keeping the Valley safe, 1 chimney at a time. Messenger relieves Rodriguez, who, frankly, in a one-of-a-kind performance, sees just 3 balls in play against him. I don't think he allowed a hard-hit baseball the entire start. but he gives up 2 runs on 2 hits, 3+ innings, a career-high 6 walks, with a season-high 8 strikeouts. 81 pitches, 36 strikes, 45 balls. Weirdest outing I have ever seen. Just not even 3 true outcomes, 2 outcomes. Walk or strikeout. He walks 3 straight to end his outing. The bases are loaded, all his responsibility. Messenger inherits it. The first pitch home to Paul McIntosh. He checks his swing, fouls it off the plate. 0-1. Messenger relieving Rodriguez has Cairo at third, Carlson at second, and Moore at first. Paul McIntosh, 6th man to hit here in the inning, struck out looking his first time up. Messenger making his 13th outing. The righty, high leg kick, 0-1. McIntosh a drive right center field, chasing Ellis back towards the track. Now the wind will knock it down. Ellis comes circling back in, makes the catch. Tagging from third, Cairo will come in and score. And staying at second, Carlson. Sac fly RBI for Paul McIntosh. Gets the Pigs in front, 3-2 here in the bottom of the fourth. Beg your pardon. Again, we're seeing the effects of the wind. McIntosh got a good piece of wood on that, and Ellis started way back and had to circle about 35 feet back in. First and second, 1 out. Top of the order. Stuart Baroa, the hitter. Switch hitter batting left, 0-2, 2 punch-outs. Messenger from the first base side fires home. This is up high with a fastball. 13th appearance for Messenger. 27 innings, has struck out 23, walked 14. 6'6", 225-pound righty out of the University of Virginia. 1-0 coming. Swing and a miss. High fastball. Baroa let it fly. Nothing but wind generated on that one. 1-1. Infield plays him to pull. Cabrera in on the grass at third, 1-1. Fastball slithers back to the inside corner. 1-2. One and 2 on Stuart Baroa. Pigs with 3 in the bottom of the fourth have taken the lead. Messenger look back to second, dancing away Carlson. He'll get back. 1-2. Change up. Down and in. Carlson out at second. Moore at first. 2 Dillons aboard with Stewart at the plate. Two and 2 on Baroa. Messenger from the belts. The break even. Baroa reaching for it, able to spoil it. A couple inches off the outside corner, able to spill it into the seats. Two and 2 still on Baroa. Messenger out of the bullpen, delivers. Swing and a miss. High cutter. Baroa, I think, was looking for that pitch to start dropping. Instead, it stayed up. Swung through it. 9th strikeout by RailRider pitching today. Pigs 3 runs in the inning. Two out and 2 on. Felix Reyes will really try to bring the thunder. Right-handed hitter against the righty Messenger. First one on the way. Reyes off the end of the bat, a pop-up. Foul ground first base side. Brown giving chase, but that's 5 rows deep. Landing on the concrete concourse, and will Flinko back to a waiting fan. Oh and 1 on Felix. Walked last time up, struck out back in the first. First base side of the mound, Messenger at the belt. Strike 1 pitch. Reyes, a line drive right center. That's down for a base hit. Flying around third. Here comes Carlson. Moore will go first to third. And Felix Reyes, what's new? Another RBI base hit. Drives in his 23rd of the season. And it's 4-2 Pigs in the bottom of the fourth. Nearly a perfect pitch by Messenger. A cutter down and away, right at the knees. And Reyes just went down and got it. Went with it. Didn't hit it terribly hard, but hit it terribly right. Pigs have batted around as Brian De La Cruz, the ninth man to hit here in the inning. 0 for 1 with a walk. De La Cruz with homers in 3 straight. He bring the exclamation point of the fourth here. First pitch. Fastball caught a lot of the plate. Down at the knees, 0-1. Reyes at first, Dylan Moore at third. De La Cruz 0 for 1 with a walk. Strike one pitch. De La Cruz ground ball over to third. To his left, it's booted by Cabrera. Falls at his feet. Moore comes in to score. De La Cruz safe at first. No play to be made. And it's 5-2 Pigs in the fourth. Cabrera ranging to his left, just hit off his glove. Was looking to second for the fielder's choice and never had the baseball. Error extends the frame. Pigs tack on another. First and second, 2 outs. And Leover Peguero, who began the inning with a base hit, gets another turn it back. First one coming. Cutter, belt high for strike. Oh, 1. Peguero bouncing ball towards the whole left side. Nearly the same play this time for Cabrera. He's able to hold on to it. Gloves flips to seconds for the fielder's choice. Retiring De La Cruz and the inning over. Pigs, though, score 5 times the frame. Draw a couple of walks, a couple of base hits. We go to the 5th. 5-2 Iron Pigs here on the Pigs Radio Network. Presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Hey campers, it's Jan from Toyota. This time we're headed to Camp Toyota, and the fun starts now. We're kicking things off by kicking up fun. Jump in, campers. We're going off-roading in a 4Runner. Next, we're heading to the hot springs in RAV4. And finally, Parker Trucks and Spoons around the campfire. See the rest of the country up there.
Accepting defeat. Because the real score isn't about points. It's about how many times you come back to the impossible odds. Choice takes over 80 years of listening to the top doctors and specialists.
Have a right on the summer, right here, at home. Because in Pennsylvania, a real getaway is never far away. Get back to nature in the Pennsylvania wilds, where you can experience some of the darkest skies in the East. Give some lashes walk down the scenic river with your friend, or hike your way through Pennsylvania's frenzy home state mountains. Plus this summer, not walk your way in Pennsylvania. Find your great next American getaway at visitpa.com.
You're listening to the IronPigs Radio Network.
Top of the 5th, Iron Pigs with 5 in the bottom of the 4th. Take a 5-2 lead on Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Sam Jelinek with you here from the Cyan Sky broadcast booth. Pigs finally scoring for Chuck King. The first time they've scored any runs for him since back on May the 6th. And with 5 runs today, they're almost halfway, more than halfway to the total of runs that they've scored for him this season. First pitch to Duke Ellis, curveball in for a strike, 0-1. They had scored just 9 runs in Chuck King started games coming into the day. He just scored 5 in the 4th. 0-1 to Duke Ellis, way out in front of the changeup. Swings and misses. 0-2. Ellis walked and scored. Back in the 3rd, a couple of stolen bases, came home on a fielder's choice. Oh, 0-2 on Ellis. King to stretch the pitch. Went back to the changeup. Ellis able to lay off down the dirt. Phillies have a 3-0 lead on the Guardians. Bottom of the 7th, as they only gave up 1 run yesterday, so nothing today. 6 more shutout innings for Zach Wheeler, who, it's still amazing. Guy's doing this without a rib. 1-2, fouled back. Just phenomenal stuff from Wheeler, whose season ERA is now down to 1.67. One-two. Off the hands, Ellis lines it foul into the IronPigs dugout, thankfully everybody getting out of the way of that. 1-2 on Ellis, beginning the top of the sixth. 5 runs, 3 hits, and error for the Pigs. 2-2-2 for the RailRiders. 1-2, called strike 3. Curveball at the knees, outside corner. Ellis down looking. 5th punch out of the game for Chuck King. One off of his season high with the Pigs, which was April 30th in Syracuse. If the Pigs can hold on to this, got a ways to go, not even halfway through, it would secure them, or at least secure isn't the right word. First pitch to Jonathan Ornelas is fouled off the plate, 0-1. But would ensure that the Pigs would avoid a series loss for the first time since April, as a foul tip came off the home plate umpire right off of his hands, and the Pigs trainer Kid Asaji is going to come out and make sure that he's okay. Didn't really seem like Moreno reacted too adversely there. Other umpire is going to come in, check out his left hand, make sure it's okay. Keita's going to run through some hand strength tests on him. Only one of the first times I've noticed that it's actually Moreno does not put his hand behind his back, kind of like a catcher would when he's bending over looking in to call the pitch. I guess as an umpire, the only thing you got to make sure of for your hand to work properly is the opposable thumb that can handle the clicker. Keita goes back to the dugout, umpires disperse, and it's going to be okay, stay in the game here. Oh-1 on Jonathan Ornelas. Got credit with an RBI on a fielder's choice. His first time up. Infield in, hit a weak tabber to third that Duke Ellis just beat the play of the plate. 0-1 the count. Ornelas a calm stance, King stretch, 0-1. Ornelas rounds it foul to the backside. Really making sure that Moreno is keeping his hands in a proper place to avoid getting hit. And before the 0-2, Ornelas calls time and steps out. King looking for his 6th strikeout of the game. 0-2 on Ornelas the pitch. Curveball down and away. Couldn't get him to chase. Outfield straight away, infield straight up, 1-2. King overcooks the fastball. Down and away. Two-two. Change up, bounces in. Ornelas not enticed. Full count. Three and 2 on Ornelas. King, only 1 walk today, came back in the 3rd. Payoff pitch. Fastball down and away. It's ball 4. Almost looked like King was about to tap his head for the challenge, but was just readjusting his hat. Pitch did miss a little bit low. Tough walk for King. Was ahead 0-2. Couldn't put him away. Brings up George Lombard with man at first. Lombard, tough gain. Error at short. Couple of punch outs. Looked like he was starting to swing the bat a bit better last night. Barreled up a couple of balls, had a couple of hits. Drove in a couple of runs. Was 2 for 5 with a double. 2 RBIs. Middle infield at double play depth. Ornelas leading at first. King the pitch. And Lombard hits it hard on the ground up the middle. Piguero knocks it down to the backhand, picks it up, and he has no play. Should be an infield single for Lombard. First and second, 1 out. Piguero knocking that down probably kept Ornelas at second base. And even if Piguero gloves that cleanly, Cairo is so far towards the hole on the left side that there's nobody to cover at second. And getting Lombard at first, the jump throw, second baseman coming across your body is probably a fever dream. 2 on, 1 out. Batters Yanquiel Fernandez. First one from King. Curveball just below the knees to him. Fernandez, 4 homers this week, represents the tying run of the plate, which for all the good the Pigs did the last inning to take the lead, RailRiders with one swing could get it all back. Fernandez held in check over 2 today. Takes a 1-0 curveball, darting off the outside corner. Ball 2. Fernandez windmilling the bat out at King. He's fallen behind 2-0 on him. Wonderful. Continue to nibble. Looks back at second base. The pitch. Fernandez, hardy hack. But he's way out in front. Dribbles it to the backstop. I don't know how he managed to be so far out in front because that was a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. It's not going to get harder than that from King. Fernandez just really trying to make sure he got out in front of him. Two and 1 Fernandez, 2 on, 1 out. King a look at second, the pitch. Perfect fastball, front door, off the inside corner, able to guide it back to the edge. Fernandez raising the arms out of the way as it perfectly paints the black. Two and 2 on Yanquiel Fernandez. Infield plays in pull. Kings 2-2. Fernandez, a bouncing ball right side. It's going to sneak into right for a base hit. Around third. Ornelas to the plate. De La Cruz comes up, throwing into second. Over to third goes Lombard, and it's an RBI single for Yanquiel Fernandez. Takes a changeup about 3 inches off the outside corner and wraps it through the hole on the right side. Drives in Ornelas, and it's a 2-run game here in the top of the 5th. And we got a mound visit as it's actually not Phil Kandari, it is David Howell going out to the mound. Don't know where Phil is today, but Howell is making a mound visit. I don't think Phil is out in the bullpen. Might have swapped roles for the day. Take out the binoculars and try to take a look-see all the way out to the bullpen. But Howell, who is the IronPigs assistant pitching coach, one handling the meeting, tries to see what he can tell Chuck King, get him back in order here. First and third, 1 out. Tying run now at first. Batters Oswaldo Cabrera, who King has handled with a pair of punch-outs. Switch hitter batting left, takes a rip first pitch and fouls it away. Kind of looks like John McMillan starting to throw out in the IronPigs bullpen. Now it's Jackson Rutledge getting loose. First and third. Third baseman Keyboom is in. 0-1. Fastball below the knees. 5-3 IronPigs, top of the 5th. RailRiders have scored it once in each of the 3 innings here. Each of the past 3 innings. 1-1. Cabrera lifts it the other way. Half decent carry. Baroa back a couple of steps. Gets under it, makes the catch. Just throw it into second. Tagging from third, coming in to score Lombard. Sack fly RBI for Oswaldo Cabrera. Gets the RailRiders one closer. It's a 1-run game here. Pigs 5, RailRiders 4. Good job by Cabrera getting the job done. Change up just off the plate, went with it. Cabrera now with 23 RBIs. Fernandez still the potential tying run at first. Batter is Seth Brown, doubled off King last inning. First pitch fastball is outside. King at 77 pitches with Rutledge ready to go out in the bullpen shortly here. Winds a stiff breeze, making the flag taut out in center, out towards the left. Infield plays the lefty to pull, 1-0. King backdoors the slider off the outside corner, 1-1. One and one on Seth Brown. Fernandez leading at first. King, short leg kick, delivers home. Brown waiting on the fastball. Fouls it straight back. One, two. Change up, down and away. Two and two. Seth Brown, Fernandez tying run at first. 5-4 Pigs, top of the sixth. The pitch. Just down and away. Top of the fifth, beg your pardon. Another full count. King has had more than a handful of full counts. It's a surprise his pitch count is in as good of a spot as it is right now. Reyes will back up off of Fernandez, play a step behind him here. 3-2 to Brown. Fernandez runs. Pitch is up and away. It's ball four. Second walk of the inning. Third walk of the game. Given up by King. See if that does it for King. Amundsen has not moved from the Pigs dugout yet. Ray Ricker, bench coach, giving the signs to the infield. Now they want a position for Tyler Hardman. 1 for 2, reached on an error and looped a double down the right field line, driving in a run for his first AAA hit last time up. 2 on, 2 out. King's first pitch, and Hardman scrapes it to the backstop. Hardman is one of the guys who has seen King before, last year with AA Reading. Two in the frame for Scranton. Made it a one-run game. King 2 on, pitches home, and Hardman a ground ball right to the shortstop Cairo. He gloves, underhand flip to Piguero at second, forces out Brown, and the inning over. RailRiders, though, do get a pair, make this a one-run game. We're halfway home, go bottom 5, 5-4 IronPigs. Here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
On the Phillips Square, Distant County Studios. This is Fox Sports Radio. Golden Acura and Wilkes-Barre Eastern London. Trusted names. Five-star customer service.
We're celebrating 25 years covering Lehigh Valley sports. Softball winning state championships on the same day in 2013, covering the biggest sports that we have sports for 25 years. This is Fox Sports Radio, 94.7 FM and 12:30 AM in Easton.
Scoring update presented by Ashley. Phillies lead the Guardians 3-0 in the bottom of the 8th in Major League Baseball action. Well, here in the Lehigh Valley, the IronPigs ahead of the RailRiders 5-4 at the halfway mark. Back and forth, these teams go. Other international league action ongoing right now. 2-0 Jacksonville leads Norfolk in the bottom half of the 6th. Top of the 16th, Gwinnett the Stripers set from tonight. 5-0. Nashville ahead of Durham, 2-1 top 6 there. Meanwhile, on the top of the 5th, Indianapolis ahead of Toledo, 2-1. Bottom 4, Memphis, 1-0 edge over Iowa. Back into the doubleheader, 5-0 Columbus leads here. Second, also bottom 2, 2-1 Omaha ahead of St. Paul. Rochester Downs, Whistler 7-5. They're a little bit in front of the team. Syracuse and Buffalo first home to the Rangers. Scheduled to play a doubleheader coming tomorrow. Pigs to the RailRiders 5-4, headed to the bottom of the 5th. Back, Sam Jelinek.
Thank you, Jack. Like you said, halfway through this game, the Pigs with the lead. Down to a run now, though. 5-4. Scranton has scored 3 consecutive innings. Pigs with a huge frame with 5 in the 4th, chasing Elmer Rodriguez. Rodriguez charged with all 5 runs in the 4th. 5 runs, 4 earned, thanks to the error by Oswaldo Cabrera at the end of the frame, allowing 1 of the runs to score. Carter Keyboom leads it off here in the 5th. Keyboom with a base hit off of Rodriguez. 1 for 2 today. Faces Zach Messenger, who got all 3 outs in the 4th and sticks around here for the 5th. First pitch, breaking ball right down the middle. 0-1. Jackson Rutledge, who had been throwing for the Pigs at the end of the top of the 5th, will continue to throw here during the bottom half and likely come on for the 6th. Messenger's 0-1. Spins cutter on the inner black. 0-2. Keyboom, a weak tapper down the third base side. Good form by Tank Adamson in the coach's box, picking up that foul ball. 0-2 on Keyboom. Messenger kicks the leg high, authors Keyboom off the end of the plate. End of the bat, sends it back behind the plate. Phillies finally made official the signing of their second largest international free agent, amateur free agent, here this year. 0-2 is down the dirt. 1-2. From South Korea, they signed Chonmin Park. Just over $1.2 million, $1.2 million to sign him, which is why the Phillies have been aggressive in the past couple months. 1-2, down and in, sinker missed. 2-2, and acquiring international bonus money. They traded Griffin Uri to the Dodgers for cash, and then just yesterday traded Andrew Baker, who's with Reading, to the Colorado Rockies for cash. Both times to get more signing bonus money for Mr. Park. Phillies trying to make a strategic foray into Asia. Going through the amateur ranks is one way to do that. That's a lesser known 2-2. Keyboom off the end of the bat, a weak spinner at the plate. It's going to go foul, and Sanchez will kick it over to the Pigs dugout. 2-2. But just like how Latin American prospects can sign when they turn 16 as international amateur free agents, those in Asia can do the same. It's a bit taboo to actually do so. Koreans and Taiwanese have been more frequent. Keyboom pops up the 2-2, first base side, back to the bag, now into foul territory. Brown will make the catch behind the coach's box. 1 out. 5-4 Pigs. Well, 5th, 1 out. Nobody on. Christian Cairo coming up. You've seen more Korean and Taiwanese international amateur free agents over the years. Japanese players are loath to do so. If you do that, you basically get blackballed from playing in the NPB, the Major Leagues Japan, for life. First pitch to Christian Cairo. Fastball on the inside corner, 0-1. Because basically, under Japanese baseball credo, you're expected to play at home first. Typically, I believe the rules are 8 years, at which point you can then be posted freely or go without consent of your club that you're signed to. Before that, you have to be either posted and sent through that system, or you have to ask for your release. 0-1. Cairo takes a cutter down the middle, 0-2. In the past, there's rarely been times that has happened. Shohei Ohtani, when he was in high school, was rumored to be considering signing coming out of high school, but very few major league teams would take the two-way proposition seriously. And what ultimately got him to stay and play in Japan, 0-2, down and away, 1-2, was the team that did draft him, and I want to make sure I get this right, because I forget who it was. Would it have been Yokohama? The Nippon Ham Fighters. Hokkaido Nippon Ham. Pitch to Cairo, fouled back up and over the screen into the suites. 1-2. They took him seriously as a two-way prospect. And him doing as well as he did as a two-way guy ultimately was what convinced a lot of Major League teams that he could do it over here. It's probably an alternate reality where Ohtani comes to the States as an amateur. 1-2, swing and a miss. Breaking ball down and away. Messenger, another punch out. Second out to pen. 2 outs. There's a reality where Ohtani comes to the States out of high school and the two-way never takes off. Two outs, nobody on for Dylan Carlson. Bases loaded walk his last time up. Messenger the pitch to the switch hitting lefty. This is outside to him. One-0. Cutter down the middle. 1-1. The Phillies making a very strong presence now in Asia, both in the international and professional ranks, trying to court some players. Apparently they had a full delegation out to see a Japanese player last week. I believe Preston Mattingly was out there. 1-1. And Carlson swings and misses. 1-2. So we'll see if that really comes to fruition this offseason, because I was a bit surprised the Phillies didn't have more interest in Kazuma Okamoto this past offseason. The pitch. Down the dirt. 2-2. Now, of course, everybody might look and point at Munetaka Murakami as a guy the Phillies should have looked at, but his profile, swing and miss as a lefty, not great at third base, would have been tough. 2-2. Carlson, a hard ground ball, but that's right at the shortstop Lombard. He gobbles it up, throws to first, took his time, but he gets Carlson by a half step in the inning. Over. Pigs down in order here in the fifth. We're on to the sixth. 5-4. IronPigs lead here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Now Jefferson and the two doctors. Jefferson Health and Lehigh Valley Health Network together.
Country Club is set along the scenic Dell Road, just 2 miles north of East Wilkes-Barre Township. Rivers 18 Challenge of Golf has established itself as one of the area's premier public golf facilities. Riverview offers 5 sets of teams for golfers of all levels to enjoy the course. Nebraska is consistent, great course conditions, beautiful theater and Riverview and Las Vegas. Plus, has a club shop that's well stocked with the latest golf equipment. Working shop Country Club also works something that is information on the courses and passes. Call 610-559-9700. That's 610-559-9700. Or visit them at riverviewcountryclub.com. That's riverviewcountryclub.com. See what Riverview Country Club here facility.
Top of the sixth, IronPigs leading the RailRiders by a run, 5-4. Top of the sixth, Sam Jelnick with you here from the Cyan Sky broadcast booth. Pitching change for the Pigs. Jackson Rutledge takes over for Chuck King. King in line for the win, being his second as the Pig, his first since his debut. King, 5 innings, 4 runs, 4 hits, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. 2 scoreless to begin the night for him, but then gave up a run in the 3rd and 4th and 2 in the 5th. Jackson Rutledge on in his place as Martinez, Sanchez, Ellis do up. That's 6, 7, and 8. Martinez from the left side, 0 for 2 today. Rutledge, the big righty, delivers home, and Martinez a hard-hit ground ball by the lunge at both Peguero at second and into right for a base hit. So first pitch hunting. Martinez with a single to begin the 6th. Brings up Ali Sanchez, 0 for 2 today with a pair of groundouts. Trend continues. Pigs might be able to turn 2 here. Rutledge claimed off of waivers by the Phillies a couple weeks back. He's made 3 outings with the Pigs. Stretches and deals to Sanchez, who swings, hits it off the end of the bat. High fly ball, shallow left, Baroa sprinting in, gets the spot, makes the catch. Sanchez 1 pitch, he's out. 2 pitches here in the inning for Rutledge. 2 1/3 for Rutledge so far as a Pig. No runs, no hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Through a scoreless inning earlier this week, back on the 21st. Duke Ellis, the hitter, 0 for 1, walk and strikeout. Takes a look at a first pitch cutter. Outside corner, 0-1. Rutledge, 6'8", 241 pounds. First round pick by the Nationals some years back. Pitch home. Fastball up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. One. Ellis takes on the inside corner. Good breaking ball. Splitter there. 1-2. Rutledge with a 4-seam fastball. Splitter will make up its predominant 2 pitches. Also mix in a cutter, sinker, and slider. Martinez at first, the tying run. Dancing off the base. Rutledge unbothered, delivers home, and Ellis fouls it off his foot. One and 2 on Duke Ellis. Kicking the pitch. Ellis chops it foul. First base side. 1-2 still. Runner dancing off first. Rutledge checking on Martinez. Throws it over. Martinez gets back. Rutledge, a first-round pick by the Nationals in 2019, has had some tough luck with some pitchers that they selected around those times. Rutledge, Mason Denneberg dealing with some injuries early in their careers. 1-2. Ellis takes a look at Splitter. Down and in, 2-2. Talking with some of the guys on the Pigs coaching staff, Ray Ricker in particular, who had seen Rutledge and a couple of others early on in their careers down at the single A level. 2-2. Off the hands, Ellis pops it up, foul ground, third base side. It's going to fall in. Foul ball. Keyboom playing off the line. Didn't really have a shot to make that play. Two and 2 on Ellis. Denneberg. Rutledge deals and grounds it foul. First base side. Pitch home, Ellis, a weak chopper over towards first. Reyes has it, cuts it off, throws to second, and it hits the back of Martinez. And it came off Cairo's hand as well, who collided with the runner. It caroms over to Keyboom at third, who picks the baseball up, and Cairo shaking out his glove hand out in shallow center. What you hate to see there. Might have jammed his hand against Martinez trying to catch that. It'll be a fielder's choice, as Martinez was going to beat that out anyways. It was a tough spot for Reyes, period, as when he cut that baseball off, Rutledge was not going to beat Ellis in a foot race over to first. So flipping it back to him, not a good idea. Cairo already has that left hand wrapped anyways, showing Tank Adamson and trainer Keita Saji that his fingers just kind of got bent back by Martinez's hip.
Now batting, second baseman, number 12,
First and second, 1 out. RailRiders in position to tie this game up, if not take the lead here. Some of the pitchers that the Nats drafted, some of them starting to pan out. Talk about Cade Cavalli, Cole Henry, 2020 picks. Denberg was in 2018. 2 on, 1 out for Jonathan Ornelas out of the 9-hole. 0 for 1 with a walk and a fielder's choice. Whiffs on the first pitch. 0-1. 0-1 off the end of the bat. Ornelas, a ground ball up the middle. Piguero on the backhand has it. Steps on second for 1. Heaves it over to first in time. Great turn by Liover Piguero. Ranging onto the left side of second. He backhands it, gets to the bag, and starts the twin killing. Rutledge out of the jam. 4-3 on the double play. We go bottom 6. It's still 5-4 IronPigs. Here are the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Shop on the hottest styles during Ashley's Memorial Day sale. Save up to 20% store-wide or take advantage of 60 months no-interest financing with no minimum purchase. Plus, explore doorbuster savings, whether you're refreshing one space or your entire home. Now is the time to save big with these incredible holiday savings. Save up to 20% or enjoy 60 months no-interest financing. These Memorial Day deals won't last long. Don't miss out. Happening now at Ashley.
That's the Ben Miller Show. They got the deal, sure. The deal is dunces. However, my word is bittersweet. It's bittersweet because Aaron Rodgers has the Steelers by the balls. He does. He controls the thermostat, the playlist, the entire flow. Franchise. Rodgers is in control. This is the NFL's version of getting back together with your ex because the rent is due and you don't have enough money to pay the rent yourself. So let's get back together. Why not? What do you say? That's what we are. The Steelers had no other options. They purposely went down this road. Now, my theory all along was that Rodgers just didn't want to be hassled to have to attend team functions. And now here we are in mid-May. And Rodgers has apparently agreed to sign the contract.
Ben Maller, weeknights, 2 a.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Pacific on Fox Sports Radio.
You're listening to IronPigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America, on Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 12:30 a.m., and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
Bottom of the 6th, IronPigs still protecting a 1-run lead. Jackson Rutledge gets into a bit of trouble, but a little help from Liover Piguero at second, taking a really tough ground ball, not hit hard by Ornelas, but hit with a ton of side spin on it, sending it like a spinning top at him behind second. Had to backhand it, get to the bag, then good throw to first. Turn 2 there, nice play. Able to get Rutledge out of the jam in the top half. Pigs face a new arm here in the bottom half. Dylan Coleman relieving Zach Messenger. Zach Messenger inherited a couple of runners from Elmer Rodriguez in the 4th. Allowed all 3 of them to score, but did go 2 scoreless after that. 1 hit, no runs of his own, no walks, 2 strikeouts. So now Dylan Coleman off to a great start this year. 10th appearance. The righty kicks and deals. Cutter on the outside corner. 0-1 to Dylan Moore. Coleman 1-0, 0.96 ERA, 9 in the 3rd innings, 1 run, 6 hits, 7 walks, and 11 strikeouts. Big tall righty, 6'5", 235, works from the third base side, delivers home a fastball at 95, missing off the plate. Five-4 IronPigs, bottom of the 6th. Coleman's 1-1. Moore, a hot shot, just foul down the third base side. Lined over the bag and just outside the chalk. Third base umpire Trevor Daniger all over it. Had to do a little bit of multitasking, getting out of the way of that on top of seeing where it's going to go. 5 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Pigs, 4, 5, and 2 for the RailRiders. 1-2, Moore fights it to the backstop. More, no official at bat tonight yet. A couple of walks, an RBI, and a run scored. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Sweeper off the plate. Moore caught lunging at it, and Battle of Dillons goes the way of one Coleman. One gone in the sixth. Looks like Rutledge is going to throw 2 innings today for the Pigs. Nobody up in the bullpen here in the last of the sixth, though he should have the seventh. 1 out, nobody on for Paul McIntosh. Sac fly RBIs last time up. Pigs, even though they have just 3 hits, they drew 6 walks off of Elmer Rodriguez, including the final 3 hitters he faced. Coleman a high set, feet shoulder width apart. First pitch, McIntosh takes a cutter down the middle 0-1. Coleman's cutter is interesting in that the velo is similar to his sweeper, it just doesn't sweep. Much tighter break, which I think makes his sweeper so tough. That's why Moore chased it, because out of the hand you think it's just the cutter. 0-1, sweeper here outside. McIntosh able to check the swing, lay off. One and one on McIntosh. Outfield straight away. 1-1 McIntosh. It's a towering drive deep to left for Martinez back to the track. Will actually circle back in and make the catch. Couple steps in front of the track. He puts it away. 2 outs. Talk about the wind all night. It's killing all fly balls, even if it is kind of going out towards the corner. That one pushed that fly ball further towards the left field corner. Couldn't help McIntosh enough. 2 outs. Nobody on. Top of the order, Stuart Baroa. Hat-trick of strikeouts for him tonight. 0-for-3. First pitch from Coleman. Cutter, it's down low to him. 5-4 IronPigs. Pigs did all their work in the bottom of the 4th, scoring 5 times. RailRiders a bit more workmanlike. 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th. Coleman's 1-0. Baroa off the end of the bat. It's a cue shot out towards Tank at 3rd, who kicks save and a beauty. Throw him in net. Cabrera at 3rd, plays in on the grass. It's turned into a calm, chilly night. 1-1. Coleman, cutter gets away from him outside. Started the game under tough conditions, drizzly, rainy, cold, windy, and wet. Rain finally stopped around the 2nd. Temperature, unfortunately, hasn't really gone up too much. It's sitting at 50 degrees right now, so the wind is kicked up a little bit. 2-1 pitch. Cutter at the knees, 2-2. Unfortunately, that's meant that a lot of fans who had planned to come out today probably kept away by the rain. 2-2. Missed outside. Three and 2 on Baroa. Pigs haven't had a base runner since Brian De La Cruz reached on an error back in the 4th. Payoff pitch. Gets away from Coleman, up and away. Easy take for Baroa. He walks. 7th walk drawn by the Pigs tonight. Two outs, man aboard for Felix Reyes. I would love to see Baroa run early in the count here. Get in scoring position for Felix. RBI single this last time up. 5-4 Pigs, bottom of the 6th. Coleman a high set, checks on Baroa at first, and the throw over is in and out of the mitts. Brown, see he goes waddling after it, caroms towards second base. Coleman, a long set, High leg kick, Baroa not running, and Reyes fouls it off the plate. Felix putting together a great week for the Pigs. The 3 homers, has come up clutch a couple of times. And as you love to see it with, best hitter on the team. 0-1, runner goes, pitches down and away, throw to second is in time. Bang, bang play, and Baroa called out by Trevor Daniger trying to swipe second to end the 6th. Good throw by Ali Sanchez, and the Pigs turned away here in the inning. We go to the 7th, 5-4 Iron Pigs here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
The Lehigh Valley Health Network is now proudly part of Jefferson Health. And when 2 healthcare leaders come together for the community, you can expect more. More locations, more clinical trials, more breakthrough treatments. Jefferson Health and Lehigh Valley Health Network, together for the future of care.
When IronPigs fans need to care for their dogs, they know they can turn to Leader of the Pack Canine Institute. Their award-winning facility provides the best boarding, training, care, and grooming in the Lehigh Valley. Trust professionals at Leader of the Pack Canine Institute to care for your pet during your next trip, or even walk your dog while you're away for the next 5 pet fans. Join the pack at FOPCI.com or call 610-366-8282. Franchises are now available.
Hey campers, it's Jan from Toyota. This summer, we're headed to Camp Toyota, and the fun starts now. We're kicking things off by kicking up mud. Jump in, campers. We're going off-roading in a 4Runner. Next, we're heading to the hot springs in a RAV4. And finally, park your Tundras and Tacomas around the campfire because we're roasting marshmallows. Your summer starts here.
Dealer inventory may vary, so your participating Toyota dealer details event history first. Toyota, let's go places.
You're listening to the Iron Pigs Radio Network.
Top of the 7th, Iron Pigs protecting a 1-run lead. 5-4, Pigs on top. Jackson Rutledge scored the 6th thanks to a double play. 6th round for the 7th. As the top of the order due up here. Got to be careful. George Lombard leading it off. 1 for 3 today with a base hit and a run scored his last time up. Right on right matchup. Rutledge, the big tall righty. First base side of the rubber. Stretches and deals. Cutter down in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes. Rutledge will have the 7th. Who comes on for the 8th? I would have to imagine Nolan Hoffman's number going to be called. 1-0 coming. Fastball misses down and in on Lombard. Ball 2. Rutledge, a long time in the Nationals organization, serving as a starter, transitioned to reliever past couple of years. Spent basically all of last year in the Nationals bullpen. 2-0 pitch. Tried to carve the edge. Fastball is down and away. 3-0 on Lombard. Big, strong guy comes set to the chest. Rutledge delivers home. 3-0 fastball down the middle. Rutledge, no beard, but does rock a pretty solid goatee. Red long sleeves under his jersey. Looks like Lou Trevino starting to throw out in the Iron Pigs bullpen. 3-1. Fastball nibbles the inside black. 3-2. From 3-0 to 3-2 on Lombard. Has to take the bat off his shoulder this entire plate appearance. The payoff. Swing and a miss. Rutledge gets him to chase. Fastball off the plate. Lombard down on strikes for a 3rd time tonight. First out here, the 7th. Tough at bat for Lombard. Get ahead 3-0. Look at a couple fastballs. Pitch off the plate. Finally, swing at that. 1 out, nobody on for Yanquiel Fernandez. Same spot that he was in last night. 7th inning, down a run. Swings and fouls off the first pitch of the plate. 0-1, and he cranked his 4th homer of the week. A line shot out to right, tying the game. He has been enemy number 1 this week. RBI single his last time up. Left-handed hitter, 0-1. Splitter down the dirt. Can't entice him with that. One. Ooh, good backdoor cutter by Rutledge, but just an inch off the outside black. Pigs have 1 challenge left. That's the only challenge still remaining. RailRiders burned both of theirs by the end of the 4th. 2-1. Fernandez hits a high fly ball, deep right field. De La Cruz back to the track. Wind will knock it down as he comes back onto the grass and makes the catch. And exhale. Yanquiel Fernandez putting a shudder of terror down the spine of every IronPigs fan. That pitch caught a lot of the plate, and he just got under it. Maybe towards the end of the bat. Sound off the bat kind of seemed like he got it, but it was only 99 miles an hour off the bat. First one home to Oswaldo Cabrera. Down the dirt. Goes the backstop. 1-0. This will be the first time Rutledge will complete, or hopefully complete, 2 innings for the IronPigs out of the bullpen. I mentioned before, previously a starter, so he can, do some bulk work out of the bullpen. 1-0 pitch. Fastball, high and away to Cabrera. Cabrera 0 for 2. Sac fly RBI his last time up. 5-4 IronPigs as it kind of looks like the rain, at least the mist, is picked up again. 2-0. Cabrera bouncer back to the mound, and it's speared by Rutledge. Leaning back to his lefty gloves and flips to Reyes over at first for the out and a 1-2-3-7. Good job by Jackson Rutledge tonight. 2 scoreless out of the bullpen. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Time to stretch. It's 5-4 IronPigs here on the Pigs Radio Network. Presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Hey, this is Jonathan Knight, your favorite new kid. Memorial Day means massive savings on every room. Shop Ashley now.
The savings are massive on the hottest styles during Ashley's Memorial Sale, with hot buys starting at just $2.99. Save up to 20% on all Ashley furniture, or enjoy 60 months no-interest financing with no minimum purchase. These Memorial Day deals won't last. Shop today at Ashley.
This is 2 Pros and a Cup of Joe.
Yeah, baby.
So Belichick burned the New York Jets years ago. He ended up taking the Patriots job afterwards. But he explained why he made the decision he made. And it all goes back to his time in Cleveland.
I mean, I had worked for Modell, and the 2 trains that were coming down the tracks were Dolan and Woody Johnson. And I just felt like I don't feel comfortable working for whichever one of those guys ends up with the team.
I mean, so he recognized pretty early on, if I don't have support from upstairs, I'd rather just be an assistant.
That could hurt your career, man. If you're not in a great position to be able to decline the type of job openings that come about sometimes, you got to take it.
2 Pros, LeVar Arrington, Brady Quinn, and a Cup of Joe this Knox. 6 a.m. Eastern, 3 a.m. Pacific on Fox Sports Radio.
You're listening to IronPigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. On Fox Sports Radio, 94.7 FM, 12:30 a.m., and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
Hope you got a good stretch in. We go to the bottom of the 7th. IronPigs 1-run lead over the RailRiders. Felix Reyes leading it off. He was at the plate when Stuart Burrow was caught stealing to end the 6th. First pitch home from Dylan Coleman. Heaves in a cutter for strike. Reyes 1 for 2. RBI single back in the 4th. Enfield plays as deep as he can, basically heels on the outfield grass. 0-1. Reyes with a pop fly, shallow center. Second baseman Ornelas out, almost overplays it, but dives back into his left and makes the catch. Wind must have knocked that down as Fernandez comes in from right and literally picks up Ornelas from the ground, heaving him up under his shoulders. Now that wind is doing nasty things. Ornelas able to stick with it for the first out of the 7th. Lou Trevino throwing out in the IronPigs bullpen. He will come on when we go to the 8th. RailRiders also with a man getting loose. First pitch cutter to Brian De La Cruz. It's down the way to him. That would be Carson Coleman going to be coming on after Dylan Coleman. 1-0 coming. Cutter in the dirt. Ball 2. Phillies have gone final against the Guardians. 3-0 win for the Phils, shutting out Cleveland, giving up just 1 run in the series. Which is great. Only winning 1 of those 2 games, less so. 2-0 pitch. De La Cruz takes a cutter right down the middle. 2-1. De La Cruz has homered in 3 straight games. I'm surprised he just didn't take a daddy hack at that for a guy who should just be feeling in a groove. Take a heat check. 2-1 coming. Cutter up and in on him. Has him backing out of the box. Tiptoeing to the edge of the dirt. Three and 1 on De La Cruz. 1 out. Bottom 7. 5-4. Pigs the lead. 3-1. Cutter down and in. De La Cruz draws his 2nd walk of the game. It's the 8th walk drawn by IronPigs hitters. And that's going to be all for Dylan Coleman. Carson Coleman ready to go out in the bullpen. And Shelly Duncan will stride out to the mound, take the baseball from Dylan Coleman, and bring on Coleman 2.0. So Duncan points the pen. We've got a pitching change. Go ahead, take a break. Be back in 60 seconds here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
This is the Herd.
You got to be consistent.
With Colin Cowherd.
And just because the NFL's well run doesn't mean they got the schedules figured out years ago. The Thanksgiving slate, my entire life, there's been that one game you nap to. You're not really a fan, you're more tricked a fan. The NFL has really evolved on these holiday schedules, is that they don't just put games on. It is star quarterbacks. It is the biggest games. It's the best games. These are great. I mean, Packers-Rams, that's the best game of the weekend. Oh, wait. Or is it Eagles and Cowboys? It's best game of the weekend. I mean, the Black Friday game, that would be 2nd or 3rd best game of the weekend. And look at the international game. 9 of them now. Remember when international games were Jacksonville and another team that was slightly less boring than Jacksonville?
This is the Herd with Colin Cowherd. Wow. Weekdays at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific.
You're listening to the IronPigs Radio Network.
Still in the bottom of the 7th, IronPigs chasing Dylan Coleman out of this game with a 1-out walk to Brian De La Cruz in the 7th. Bring on another Coleman. You can take the man out, but not the idea. Coleman lives on through Carson Coleman. Dylan Coleman goes an inning and a 3rd, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Responsible for De La Cruz at first, not give up a run to this point. Carson Coleman coming in out of the bullpen, another righty. 15th appearance for the RailRiders, no record, 4 even ERA, 18 innings, 19 strikeouts, 10 walks, and 13 hits. Coleman, a right-handed pitcher, 6'2", 190 pounds. Originally a 33rd round pick by the Rays in 2019 out of the University of Kentucky. Ended up not signing, though. Carson Kavanaugh Coleman. The over Biguero is the first to face him. 1 for 3 today. First pitch fastball rides high and tight. 1 ball, no strikes. One-0 pitch. Fastball a little bit up. Coleman working from the first base side of the rubber, not too concerned with De La Cruz at first. Very methodical leg kick. Middle infield, double play depth. Coleman at the belt. Delivers home. Piguero gets under it. Got a fastball to hit and skies it right on top of the mound. Third baseman Cabrera coming in and it drops. He picks it up with a bare hand, throws to second, and forces out De La Cruz. I don't know if anybody ever had a chance to catch that. The way the wind was going, how high it was on the infield, will end up being a fielder's choice. And oddly, only Cabrera was really the one available to catch it. The middle infielder stayed put, and Cabrera was looking at the catcher Sanchez, and, I mean, he wasn't close to catching that. Didn't even make a lunge for it. I think he just ultimately opted for, you know what, I think we're better served not trying. So 2 outs, Piguero runs in the first pitch, and it's a called strike on the outside corner. Stolen base for Piguero as there's no throw to second. So whether or not Cabrera did that on purpose, it ends up hurting the RailRiders as Piguero runs in the very next pitch, something that I don't think De La Cruz would have done. Piguero, his 5th stolen base of the year. 0-1, fastball down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Saw, I think, last night, 2 nights ago, Jazz Chisholm for the Yankees let a pop-up drop to draw Chandler Simpson, I think it was, off of first base by making him into the force out at second for the Tampa Bay Rays. You know, you want to get the speedy guy off the bases. 1-1. Keyboom with a line drive deep the other way, chasing Fernandez back to the track, reaches out, and he makes the catch. Yanquiel Fernandez takes away extra bases from Carter Keyboom, ranges back onto the track and reels it in, keeps the Pigs off the board here in the 7th. We go to the 8th. 5-4. IronPigs on top here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Prepare to have your mind blown by Coke Zero Sugar with great Coke taste, ladies and gentlemen.
Can we cut all that? That's not going to convince anyone. Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news. Some were skeptical. And none of this noise is going to convince you that Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste, because the only thing that'll make you believe that is trying it yourself.
And lasers!
No lasers. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
Score update presented by Ashley. Phillies to beat the Guardians 3-0 earlier tonight in Major League Baseball action. Meanwhile, in the International League, the IronPigs still up by 1 run against the RailRiders 5-4 after 7. In the top half of the 9th inning, Jacksonville leads Norfolk 2-1. Jumbo Shrimp trying to close out a win there. Gwinnett ahead of Charlotte 5-1 in the top half of the 8th. Also at the top of the 8th inning, Nashville leading Durham 6-1. Bottom of the 7th, Indianapolis' lead is trimmed to 1 as they're ahead of Toledo 4-3. Memphis ahead of Iowa 3-1, going bottom 7 there. Bottom of the 4th, back end of a twin bill between Columbus and Louisville. All Clippers, they're up 7-0 over the Bats. The Bats win game 1, 5-0. Omaha ahead of St. Paul 2-1 in the bottom half of the 5th. Meanwhile, the only other final from earlier today was a 7-5 win for Rochester over Worcester. Syracuse and Buffalo postponed to rain. They'll play a doubleheader tomorrow. Pigs try to close out a win. They're up 5-4, going top 8. Back to Sam Jelnick.
Thank you, Jack. Like you said, top of 8, IronPigs with a 1-run lead on the RailRiders, robbed of a potential insurance run. Yanquiel Fernandez making a nice play, ranging back deep right, taking away extra bases from Carter Keyboom. Lou Trevino takes over on the mound for the Pigs, replacing Jackson Rutledge. Rutledge, good job out of the pen. 2 innings, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout. So Lou Trevino, third appearance now since he re-signed with the Phillies on a minor league deal. He's not allowed to run since his return. Been good with the Pigs, 3-0, 2.40 ERA, 15 innings, 22 strikeouts, 7 walks, and 16 hits. He had a weird lapse of control back on Thursday night as he ended up throwing a scoreless inning, but walked 3 hitters. Got a double play ball to get out of the jam, as well as a out at first that was a ground ball that he dropped and managed to kick over to Felix Reyes. Seth Brown leads it off against Trevino here. Lou, 6'5", 232-pound righty. Seth Brown leading it off, 1 for 2 today, double and a walk. Right on left matchup. First pitch, Brown, a line shot off the netting down the first base side. Foul ball, 0-1. The over Piguero will trot on out to scoop that up. A 1 off the end of the bat. Foul ball, ground ball, first base side. 1-2. Oh, and 2 on Seth Brown. Trevino opting out of his deal, ending up major league deal with the Orioles at the beginning of the month. Made 2 appearances for Baltimore. 0-2. Check swing, pitches up. 1-2. Let's talk with Lou about that a bit. You know, how for him it's still exciting getting that chance to, you know, when a major league team calls your number and says, you know, we want you, no matter who it's with, when it's with, or how long it's for. 1-2. Fastball at 94, up and away. 2-2. Of course, Lou would prefer it to be with the Phillies, but Major League Ball is a Major League Ball. Anytime team calls your number, you're going to go. 2-2. Change up. This is off the plate. 3-2. Lou could fall into that trap of, you know, bullpen guys who do go through the waiver cycle, pitch for a major league team, DFA, outright. 3-2. Brown with a high drive, deep left center field, chasing Adric Carlson to the track at the wall. It's off the base of the fence. Karum's back to Carlson, who plays it back in, and Brown in at second with a wall ball double. On a different night, different wind and different temperatures, that baseball may have very well ended up on the lawn. Instead, Brown has to settle for a leadoff double. Yeah, hit right off the middle of the fence. Tying run in scoring position for the RailRiders to begin the 8th. Batter is Tyler Hardman. Be hard-pressed to think that he'd be dropping down a bunt here. No sign of a bunt on the first pitch. Cutter. This is off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. But for Lou, if, you know, opts out, signs another major league deal elsewhere, gets DFA'd again, outright, back here at the IronPigs, there could become the potential. 1-0. Hardman with a bouncing ball left side, charging Keyboom, has it on the bounce. Looks the runner back to second, fires to first, in time to get Hardman, and Brown has to stay put at second base. Good job by Trevino getting Hardman to pull something. Went inside of the sinker. Just topped it. 1 hop over to Keyboom at third. Easy play. Brown still the tying run out at second with Ernesto Martinez coming up next. But Trevino could follow the Buddy Kennedy path of going through waivers, getting claimed by a couple of different teams, and put yourself in prime position to get a ring no matter what. First pitch changeup, feathers onto the outside corner, 0-1. You know, it's not the way a player ever really wants to get a ring by, you know, having played a couple of games and at the end of the season, even though you're not with them anymore, you still get it. 0-1. Sinker runs outside. Martinez 1 for 3 with a base hit his last time up. But Buddy Kennedy last year ended up playing in games for both the Dodgers and the Blue Jays, which meant he was assured a World Series ring no matter what. What I would like to know, though, is do the Blue Jays then still feel the need to give him an AL championship ring? Or do they say, no, you got the World Series ring. We're not spending money on this. Or can you literally collect on everything? 1-1, hard ground ball towards second, down to a knee. Piguero able to knock it down to the backhand, picks it up, throws to first, in time to get Martinez. Over to third goes Brown, now with 2 outs. Hard hit ground ball, that was 105 off the bat. Piguero, it almost looked like thought he was going to have to dive for it, but ended up being closer to him than he expected, and got on him quicker than he expected. Still able to knock it down, make the play. Tying run at third, 2 outs. Batter is Ali Sanchez, 0 for 3 today. First pitch, takes a cutter right down the middle, 0-1. 5-4 Pigs, top of the 8th. 0-1. Sanchez, a weak tapper, third base side. Charging Keyboom. He gloves, throws on the run, low to first, but Reyes picks it with a Fist pump from Felix on the back end to celebrate. Nice play on both ends. Keyboom charging, Reyes picking, and Lou Trevino with a scoreless eighth works around the leadoff double. We go to the bottom of the eighth. It's 5-4 Iron Pigs here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
From the Phillipsburg Easton Honda Studios, this is Fox Sports Radio. Clinton Acura and Phillipsburg Easton Honda, two trusted names, one goal, 5-star customer service.
Shop unbeatable deals on the hottest styles during Ashley's Memorial Day sale. Save up to 20% store-wide or take advantage of 60 months no-interest financing with no minimum purchase. Plus, explore doorbuster savings, whether you're refreshing one space or your entire home. Now is the time to save big with these incredible holiday savings. Save up to 20% or enjoy 60 months no-interest financing. These Memorial Day deals won't last long. Don't miss out. Happening now at Ashley.
Jim Rome takes on sports.
Listen, it is not too late to stop this. Do not do this. Leave it alone. Don't touch it. It's damn near perfect. It's beautiful as it is. Stop trying to fix what ain't broke. Stop telling me that the tournament isn't the tournament unless the 15th place team in the SEC gets in. Stop jerking with the best event in all of sports, you pigs.
The Jim Rome Show podcast.
What's your beat?
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
We're celebrating 25 years of covering Lehigh Valley sports. Moments like Whitehall's Saquon Barkley being the number 2 overall pick in the 2018 NFL Draft by the New York Giants. Covering the biggest moments in Lehigh Valley sports for 25 years. This is Fox Sports Radio, 94.7 FM and 12:30 AM in Easton.
You're listening to Iron Pigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America, on Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 12:30 AM, and streaming at lbfoxsports.com.
Bottom of the eighth, Iron Pigs 5-4 lead over the RailRiders. We'll try to get some insurance here. Carson Coleman stays on after he got the final 2 outs of the 7th. Some help from Yanquiel Fernandez in right, robbing Carter Keyboom of a potential RBI hit. 6, 7, 8 for the Pigs, 2 up. Here in the 8th, Christian Cairo to lead it off. Nolan Hoffman throwing out the Pigs bullpen will have the save chance when we go to the top of the 9th. Cairo 0 for 2 today with a walk and a run scored. Carson Coleman slings in a first pitch fastball. First strike, 0-1. Pigs 5 runs on 3 hits, 0-1. Breaking ball just a little bit low. 1-1. RailRiders 4 runs on 6 hits. Pigs have drawn 8 walks. Cairo, a weak tapper up the third base side, charging Cabrera. He gloves, throws in the run on target over to first, and Cairo retired. 1 out. Dylan Carlson up next. Pigs scored 5 in the 4th, all off of Elmer Rodriguez. Really weird outing as he strikes out 8 but walks 6. Last 3 hitters he faced all walked, a couple of bases loaded walks, sac fly, an RBI single, and an error, accounting for all the runs for the Iron Pigs. First pitch fastball to Dylan Carlson's up high. RailRiders 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, all off the Pig starter, Chuck King. 1-0 fastball pushes Carlson off the plate, ball 2. But King, for the first time since early May, getting some run support. Using it to his advantage, left in line for the victory. The wind, 2-0, Carlson, big swing, and he gets under it. High pop-up, foul ground, third base side, by the Pigs dugout. Cabrera tracking, camps under it, and he makes the catch. Better luck for him this time than last inning on Peguero's pop-up. Puts it away, 2 outs. Up to Dylan Moore, 2 outs, nobody on. Moore, a couple of walks, bases loaded walk, back in the 4th, 0 for 1. Coleman, 4 up, 4 down, out of the bullpen. Righty works on the first base side, delivers home. Moore whiffs on the first pitch fastball. 0-1. When we go to the top of the 9th, RailRiders will have 8, 9, and 1 due up against Nolan Hoffman for the Iron Pigs. Seth Johnson, Pigs' typical closer, was used last night. An inning and a 3rd. 0-1 pitch. Fastball tags the outside corner. 0-2. 2-strike pitch. Moore barrels it up on a line deep left going back. Martinez reaches up. He got it. Oh, man, what a grab by Ernesto Martinez. Using the entirety of his wingspan, he robs Dylan Moore of extra bases on a laser to left to end the inning. Pigs go down in order here in the 8th. We're on to the 9th. 3 outs away from the victory. It's 5-4 Iron Pigs here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Hi, Iron Pigs fans. I'm Linda Gordy. I work in human resources at Air Products. I live in Nazareth, Pennsylvania, and I'm proud to support MDA.
Air Products, working here, living here, giving.
Hi, Iron Pigs fans. I'm Nick Mitica. I work in hydrogen energy systems at Air Products. I live in Zionsville, and I'm proud to support Community Bike Works.
Air Products, working here, living here, giving.
Chick-fil-A Whitehall is a proud sponsor of the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. Download the whole state of Chick-fil-A with the Chick-fil-A One app. Earn points towards rewards with every qualifying purchase. And at the same time, by ordering 10 for curbside, pickup, drive-thru, and delivery. You can even place catering orders for your larger events through the app. Available now at the App Store and Google Play. Chick-fil-A Whitehall. It's always our pleasure to serve you.
Not everyone knows. The utility only delivers your electricity and natural gas. IGS Energy gives you the power to choose not only your rate, but also your source. Because while energy runs your gadgets, appliances, heat, and air, straightforward fixed-rate plans from IGS Energy can also fuel your peace of mind. It's why we're trusted by millions of households across the USA, and the official energy provider of your Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. Explore your energy choices at IGS.com.
You're listening to the Iron Pigs Radio Network.
Top of the 9th, Iron Pigs looking for second consecutive win. We'll hand the ball to Nolan Hoffman here for the top of the 9th. 5-4 Iron Pigs. Bullpen so far tonight, 3 scoreless innings, giving up just 2 hits, no walks. Hoffman for the 9th, 1-0 with a 1.84 ERA, 14 2/3 innings, 21 strikeouts, and 6 walks. He does not have a save yet this season, which is surprising. Seth Johnson leads the team with 4 of them. Trevor Richards had 3. And Hoffman, oddly enough, has just never had an opportunity. So Nolan, the sidewinding righty, 6'4", 190 pounds, out of Lincoln, Nebraska, by way of Texas A&M. Works from the stretch, nobody on base, and deals home to Duke Ellis to begin the inning. And Ellis shows bunt on the first pitch, lays off a sinker, down and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Ellis 0 for 2 today, walked, scored, stole a pair of bases back in the 3rd. If he gets on base, that's trouble. 1-0 coming. Check swing, fastball up, peel to 3rd. He did not go. Because if Ellis gets on, he will run. No matter how quick Hoffman is to the plate, Ellis, you could argue, is the best base stealer in the International League. He's got 22 this season. He's only been caught once. Got to keep him off base. 1-run game, top of the 9th. 2-0, and Hoffman misses up high. 3 balls, no strikes. Hoffman threw against the RailRiders back on Tuesday. He went 2 innings, 2 hits, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. Or on Wednesday, I should say. 3-0 on Ellis, beginning of the 9th, the pitch. Fastball down the middle. Hoffman back in the count. Jonathan Ornelas on deck, 8-9-1 for Scranton in the 9th. (3-1). Ellis fouls it back right at the top of the zone. The fastball at 94. Curious if that would have been up. Nope, had the top of the zone. 3-2 on Duke Ellis, wearing the high navy blue socks. His back sock completely caked with dirt. Hoffman ready on the mound. Crossfire set. The 3-2. Check swing, called strike 3. Inside corner, got him looking. And Ellis can't believe it. He drops his bat, turns back to Raul Moreno, clasps his hands together, and just says, really? Really? RailRiders are out of challenges. So no dice. Looking at StatCast, I think Moreno got it right. 1 out, nobody on. Good battle back from Hoffman for the first out of the 9th. Ornelas out of the 9-hole, 0 for 2 tonight. The pitch, sinker down and in on him, almost hit him. No doubles defense all the way around for the IronPigs. Baroa basically with his feet on the warning track and left. The way the wind is blowing, it's kind of surprising. 1-0. Sweeper down and away. Can't get Ornelas to bite. Hoffman's fallen behind again. 5 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Pigs. 4, 6, and 2 for the RailRiders. 2-0 pitch. Fastball right there. Ornelas thought about it, but that bat continues against him. 2-1. Teams split the first 2 this week, and going into Thursday after the Pigs lost. 2-1 coming. Sinker down and in. Ball 3. Pigs with a 2-1 series deficit going into Friday with Carlos Lagrange and Elmer Rodriguez looming. Seemed like this was going to be, well, a pitfall. It's been anything but. 1-run walk-off win last night. Trying for another 1-run win tonight. The 3-1 Ornelas trying to tie things up. Fouls it off. Got a good daddy hack in there and fouls it away. Second straight hitter. Count's gone full to begin the 9th. 5-4 IronPigs. Top of the 9th. 1 out. Base is empty. Crowd trying to push Nolan Hoffman over the finish line. Crowd that has come out on a rainy, dreary night and stuck it out to the end here. The 3-2. Ornelas fouls another one off. IronPigs this season, 5-3 in 1-run games, including 4-1 here at home. Three and 2 on Jonathan Ornelas. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming. Hoffman deals. Ornelas off the hands, a pop fly, shallow right center. Long run, De La Cruz. He gets under it and he makes the catch. Hung up there long enough for De La Cruz to get to the spot. First 2 are gone in the 9th. In some nervy moments, back-to-back full counts, Hoffman able to execute when it matters most. Keeps the tying run off base. And the last hope for the RailRiders is George Lombard Jr. Their top prospects. 1 for 4 tonight. Singled in the 5th. Does not yet have a AAA homer. 5-4 Pigs, top of the 9th. 2 outs, base is empty. Hoffman delivers. Sweeper down the middle. And for the first time this inning, Hoffman with a first pitch strike. Keyboom guards the line at 3rd. Reyes back at 1st. Outfield unbelievably deep. Right on right matchup. Hoffman a deep breath. The strike 1 offering. Sinker, perfect. Outside black. 0-2 on Lombard. RailRiders down to their final strike. Oh and 2 on George Lombard. 2 outs, top of the 9th as the Pigs try to go back-to-back nights, beating 2 elite arms in Lagrange and now Rodriguez. 0-2 on Lombard. Hoffman. Long set. Now the 0-2. Sweeper way outside. Can't get him to bite. Pigs last night off Lagrange, 5 runs in 5 innings. They chase Rodriguez after 3+, get 5 runs, 4 earned off of him. Hoffman trying to close it. The 1-2. Lombard fouls it off the plate, off the catcher, McIntosh. Got him kind of flush, so try to walk it off. Win with the sinker, and honestly, Hoffman, a bit of a mistake pitch. Had a ton of run on it. Lombard just fouling it off right off the top of the thigh. Paul. Although McIntosh built a bit like Paul Bunyan, even that's got to hurt him. Thighs the size of tree trunks. Hopefully umpire Ro Moreno giving him a moment here to recuperate. Let the tension build a bit more. Lombard, the tying run of the plate. 5-4 IronPigs, top of the 9th. Base is empty. 2 outs. 1-2 on Lombard. Hoffman ready to roll. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Sweeper off the plate, gone to chase, and the ball game is over. Hoffman strikes out Lombard, and this ball game is over. The final, it's the IronPigs 5 and the RailRiders 4. Back-to-back nights, the IronPigs beat the best the RailRiders have, like Granhe last night, and now Rodriguez here on Saturday night. Back-to-back one-run wins, and the Pigs take a 3-2 series lead into the finale tomorrow. We'll go ahead, take a break, and come back with totals and a recap next on the Staybird Suites, Allentown Bethlehem Airport postgame show. Your final is the IronPigs 5, RailRiders 4. This has been IronPigs Baseball here on the IronPigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Find unbeatable savings on the season's hottest styles during Ashley's Memorial Day event. Save up to 20% on all beautifully crafted Ashley furniture, or take advantage of 60 months no-interest financing with no minimum purchase. Ready for better sleep? Enjoy free upgrades on select adjustable bases and get king-size comfort for queen-size pricing on select Ashley mattresses. These limited-time Memorial Day deals won't last, so now's the moment to upgrade your home in a big way. Shop today at Ashley.
Right now, the Dan Patrick Show.
Dan Patrick.
You want to talk about a game within a game. Knicks down 22. They force overtime. They go on a 44-11 run to close things out. You start to look at this, and I always look sometimes at the loss. Is it more than just a loss? And this one feels like it's 1.5 loss. The Cavaliers didn't call any timeouts during that run of, about 25 points. And I kept thinking, just momentum-wise, just break up something instead of watching your team play. And I think Kenny Atkinson fell asleep at the wheel, where you go, we're playing great. We're kind of playing great. We're sort of playing great. Wait, we're not playing great. Oh, no, it's too late. And then Jalen Brunson did what you want great players to do.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Dan and you.
Weekdays, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific on Fox Sports Radio.
Living with eosinophilic esophagitis, EOE, it's not easy. Being misdiagnosed and managing symptoms like difficulty swallowing and food getting stuck in my esophagus can be challenging. I learned to deal with it by using coping habits like drinking water after every bite I take, or I cut food into small pieces. But I had enough of the status quo of EOE.
Is it time for you to stand up to your EOE status quo? There are ways to manage your condition. Dupixent or dupilumab is the first and only FDA-approved prescription medicine of its kind for adults and children 1 year and older who weigh at least 33 pounds.
If you're ready to stand up to EOE like I was, it's time to ask your doctor about Dupixent.
Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away if you have trouble breathing or wheezing or swelling of your face, mouth, tongue, or throat. Tell your doctor of new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection or asthma. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor.
Learn how you can stand up to your EOE status quo at standuptoeoe.com or call 1-844-DUPIXENT.
Thanks for listening to IronPigs Baseball. IronPigs Baseball is brought to you by naming rights partner Coca-Cola, presenting partner Capital Blue Cross, and founding partners Air Products, Service Electric, Lehigh Valley Health Network, a part of Jefferson Health, B. Braun, The Morning Call, and WFMZ Channel 69 News. Now it's time for the Staybird Suites, Allentown Bethlehem Airport postgame show with Sam Jelinek.
Welcome in to Staybird Suites, Allentown Bethlehem Airport postgame show. Sam Jelinek with you here from the Cyan Sky broadcast booth. So we get you totals and a recap from tonight's one-run win for the IronPigs. 5-4 over the Scranton Wilkes-Barre RailRiders. Great game for the Pigs. His second straight one-run win for the Pigs. Third straight one-run game between the Pigs and the RailRiders. As they do a great job tonight, scoring 5 in the fourth off of Elmer Rodriguez, drawing the walks, grinding some at-bats. And then the pitching, Chuck King, 5 innings, 4-run ball. And then the bullpen, 4 scoreless, able to avoid issuing a walk. Nolan Hoffman shutting the door, and the Pigs a victory here this evening. Let's get you that aforementioned totals in a recap before Jack Heim will wrap up this one for you. The pitching matchup between King and Elmer Rodriguez lived up to the billing early. We got through the first 2 innings scoreless with both arms nearly facing the minimum. Each only allowed 1 base runner through the first 2 innings. Rodriguez had 5 punch-outs. In the third, King blinked first, giving up 2 runs without a hit, or 1 run without a hit, on a walk a couple stolen bases, and then a ground ball, scoring to Ellis. Gave up another run in the fourth, fall behind 2-0, and that's when the Pigs made their move. Bottom of the fourth, they get their first hits of the game, back-to-back singles to begin the fourth, and then all of a sudden, Elmer Rodriguez lost control. He had already walked 3 by this point in the fourth, but then he goes walk, 3 in a row to end his night, forces in 2 runs, and leaves with a tie game. Coming in out of the bullpen, Zach Messenger gets a fly out, produces a sac fly, and a punch out before an RBI single for Felix Reyes makes it 4-2, and an error tacks on another. So 5-2 picks after 4. Scranton claws back with 2 in the 5th, making a 1-run game, and then nothing after that. The Pigs threatened a couple of times, but Scranton left a runner in scoring position in the 6th, left a man at 3rd in the 8th, and then Nolan Hoffman, a 1-2-3 9th, finished it out. Final score, it's the IronPigs 5, RailRiders 4. Pigs bullpen goes 4 innings, gives up just 2 hits, no walks, punches out 3. Final line score for the Pigs, 5 runs, 3 hits, 1 error. They leave 6 on base. For the RailRiders, 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. They leave 6 on base. Chuck King gets the win for the Pigs. IronPigs finally get him some run support. First time since back in the beginning of May 5th, against Syracuse. They scored some runs, or against Buffalo, I should say, that they scored some runs against for him, enough to get him the win. He's now 2-3. Chuck goes 5 innings, 4 runs, 4 hits, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. The losing pitcher is Elmer Rodriguez. Rodriguez, 3+ innings, strikes out a season-high 8, while walking a career-high 6. Gives up 5 runs, 4 earned on just 2 hits. Pigs, 3 hits for 5 runs, get the win. The save tonight goes to Nolan Hoffman, his first of the season, sets down the sign-in order in the 9th. We started at 6:40, finished at 9:23. Time of game, 2 hours and 43 minutes in front of 6,998 here on Saturday night at Coca-Cola Park. With the win, the Pigs to 23-27 on the season. RailRiders fall to 25-23. Pigs will take a 3-2 series lead into Sunday. It is the first time since the end of April, when the Pigs took 5 of 6 from Durham, that the Pigs will avoid a series defeat. They will hope for their first series win since that series against Durham in tomorrow night's action. Looking ahead to that, it'll be a rematch of the opener, Brenton Beck against Levi Stout, technically for the Pigs, but it'll be Stout to open and then Ryan Cusick after him again. Stout threw a scoreless inning on Tuesday. Beck got the win on or rather, was bounced after 4 innings on Tuesday. He's 3-2 with a 4.63 ERA this season. First pitch tomorrow. It is a special 6:35 first pitch. Ignore what I have in the game notes. It is a 6:35 first pitch. I forgot about that as we play special Sunday night game for Memorial Day. That'll be the next time that I talk to you. So that'll about do it for my portion of the broadcast here this evening. As always, big thanks from me to you for making us a part of your Saturday night. Big thanks to Jack Heim back in the studio, keeping me company. I'll talk to you tomorrow for the series finale. As always, big thanks for making IronPigs baseball possible. Our great partners here at the Pigs, naming rights partner Coca-Cola, presenting partner Capital Blue Cross, and founding partners Air Products, Service Electric, Lehigh Valley Health Network, a part of Jefferson Health, Bebron, The Morning Call, and WFMZ Channel 69 News. I'll talk to you tomorrow for the series finale. Until then, your final score is the IronPigs beating the RailRiders for a second straight night, a 1-run win. Pigs 5, RailRiders 4. As always, thanks so much for listening. Jack Heim will have you the rest of the way for the Saybird Suites, Allentown Bethlehem Airport postgame show here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
If you are looking for retirement,
all right, good stuff, Jack.
That includes all of your
likewise. As always, Sam, I will talk to you tomorrow night.
Yeah. Until then, man.
Morningstar Living
all right, be well.
All right, see ya.
in Nazareth, Pennsylvania.